Good evening, all, and welcome back to GKP Live. Hope you're all good. Hope you all have had a good week. First of all, at present, there's me and Mick. What we would like to do first of all is kick the show off as we always do. And I bet me all that one. I do that every week. You think I'd get used to it by now, wouldn't you? What we'll do is we will kick the live off with the usual intro, and we'll be right back to you after this. At the back. Yeah, she is. This would have, if I were going to pick this show, there you go, guys. I would have picked that one. So we've got a lot more up to come. Nice patterning, nice separation. Look at that, beautiful fish. And again, check this out, guys. This is something else. That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. Nice wild common trout coming up for a piece of bread. Perfect. Let's have a look at his koi facility again and look at this full cherry blossom. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to get from the other side so we've got the sun behind us so that you can see this, but this is absolutely stunning. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Beautiful. Without further ado, I'll get us inside, have a look round, and let you see what you think. Catches in it. In this whole complex, the fish is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. One bat after another. Really nice jacket there. Welcome back. How's it going, bud? How are you doing?
All right, mate. Thank you.
Caught you then. Are you mid-reading?
No.
Anything interesting? Bit of research?
Yeah, just trying to look at something. Yeah.
Well, without further ado, I shall kick off this evening's comments and have a quick read through everybody's messages that they've sent in so far, because already there is quite a fair few. We've got an evening all from Hertz Koi. How you doing, bud? How's the pond? How's the fry? I hope they're doing well, mate. We've got an evening mate from Charlie Bitter Brown. We've got a Hertz Koi again. How you doing, Charlie? And we've an all right, mate. And you? Here we go. A little conversation for the early joiners. Not bad apart from got to go for a shoulder scan. Oh, hope everything's all right, mate. I've already been for a frozen shoulder, says Charlie. They think I've torn the cuff. Oh, mate, I've done that. That hurts. And it hurts for a long time as well. But I'll get through it. Oh, dear. How's your pond going? Charlie says, my shoulder feels so much better after they showed me the needle. Yeah, me too, mate. Well, you can have a cortisone injection because I didn't have mine done either because it was like, no thanks, you're not coming nowhere near me with that. I think we'll just rest up and see how it goes. No needles going in me. Right, LOL. Yeah, everybody's thinking about the same thing. As long as I'm asleep, they can do whatever they want to my shoulder. What's your favourite koi at the moment, Charlie Bifter Brown? Now, there's a question. Charlie says, that sounds better. I don't have one, to be honest. That's a lie. I know he's quite partial to a squash tomato or two. I like them. I'm pretty much the same watching my fry grow each week. A couple are doing really well. I feel a pool is needed. 5 in the chat. Please smash that like. Thanks very much, Hertz. Appreciate it. I buy a variety of 2 to 3 cm from off of Daz and grow them to the size that my pond can handle. That's it, mate. Best way. Move them on as and when needed. Yeah, I've got 2-inch, but a fewer 4-inch, I would say already. Doing well then, mate. That's pretty good. And we are just going to add in the next one of the members of the crew. Here he is.
It does.
Sorry, I was late. I had to
Right,
load
mate.
the trailer up with me wood chipper.
We got you widescreen as well. Look at that.
Yes, I've learned how to rotate it.
Yeah.
It only took me 3 months.
Was it unloading from? Oh, loading the prepping up for tomorrow morning. Did you say?
Yeah, I've had to swap my trailers.
You get the chipper on.
Yeah, and the trailer was full of last weekend's rubbish, so I had to empty that first, as you do.
Finish what you started, then before you start again.
Yeah.
I'll just do the rest of these comments, mate, and then we'll kick off with this evening's. What I will say before I go before I go any further, what I will say and what I will bang up on there is obviously rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II, and from all of us, we would like to offer our condolences to the rest of the remaining royal family. A terrible thing that's happened, but I would say for most an expecting thing. She had a very good life and was loved by millions, I would have said, more than likely.
Hard act to follow.
Yeah, very much so. Let's hope the new king and queen fill her shoes, that's all said, so to speak. But yeah, there was a reason why we didn't go live last night, just as a bit of a mark of respect. It was a bit of a shock for us all to hear it ourselves, because I hadn't seen anything at news. We've been at work, and then instantly, just before we were sat talking amongst ourselves, it came out and it was announced, and we immediately thought, perhaps it's not a good idea. I thought the best thing to do would to let everybody know what we were going to do, and then continue and do us live tonight. But what we are going to do, come 8 o'clock, is we're going to have a 2-minute silence and pay his respects. We'll leave that up and leave that running. I'll drop that one down for now. We'll go back to the comments as to where we were. We've got a Mick Lawson who has jumped in the chat earlier and said, "Good evening, lads." And we got a hi, Mick. Good evening. And a hi, mate, from Mick back. Hi, all from Ilsley.
Hi, Ozzy.
Hi, all. Hi at Ilsley from Hertz. A good evening from myself. It's like waiting to get into a nightclub. A week. Got a hi, mate, from Mick. Evening, Gaz Koi Pond. Evening, Hertz. Can't wait for tonight's giveaways. Woo, who's giving some away? I can't wait either. Awesome. What's it going to be? You got me intrigued. Hi at Hertz from Hillsley. Good evening from Koi Fever. I've had a thought today. Now, this is quite something we were quite honestly talking about only probably yesterday when Jeff was talking about it, wasn't it? I've had a thought today, with all the rain, how do people battle with ponds overfilling? It's one of them things you've got to be, personally for me, it's not too bad because my pond netting is underneath my topping stones, which my pond and my garden not being 100% level and always runs off to, well, if you were looking down the garden towards the right-hand side, I've got a lower spot in the garden and the water overflows, cascades across my lawn and down across and into the little bit of a planted area that I have. So for me, it's not too bad. But if I didn't have a net, with the rain that we've had these last few days, I wouldn't have been surprised if I'd have been coming home to see my koi swimming around in the garden. There's been a heck of a lot. I added in there a little bit of an LOL, but what do you guys do for your ponds and the overflowing aspect of it from heavy rains?
It doesn't really seem to affect any of mine. I mean, okay, they all have an overflow point where the water spills out, but I've never had a fish jump out.
Again,
I did notice one thing today when I went down. One of my tanks in the koi house it's got an open roof above it, so it gets the natural rain in. it was quite green and murky at the weekend when we did some grading.
Was it?
That was with the lemon harawakis and the metaxim.
Yeah, well, it's crystal clear. That rain is somehow. I've had this happen a few times before, where with heavy rain, it's just gone crystal clear. It just seems to drop the algae out of the water. I don't know whether it's the pH difference or what.
There you go. That's interesting. Has anybody else experienced anything like that with their ponds? If they've had any greener tinged water and seen heavy rain, drop your comments.
But it happens literally overnight. I had it with a big blue pool as well. That did the same. That was like pea soup. It rained heavy, and then boom, it's crystal clear the next day.
You know, you were saying you'd been to your mum's. Did you check on the fry in the small vat?
I did, yeah. Everyone's going round in a big circle. I put some food in.
No issues on that one, then, no?
Sorry?
No issues or anything with that one?
No issues, no.
It was brilliant. Well, it was probably a good 2 cm off the top of that pond when we were grading on
right to the top. So it must have overflowed, and I had a look round to see if any had gone over the top, but none of them had.
Now, whilst we were grading through, we went through all the stuff that were still, you could see some signs of good patterns coming, but they were a little too small to see if there were anything really brilliant in. So most of them that were like 2.5 cm, we dropped into the small vat at the side. One is a bit of a holding area whilst we've got the other ponds being cleaned out to go back into at a later date. But there was a load of natural food in there, insect life,
mosquito larvae and stuff. Yeah, and
there was a load of plant life, algae type floating around at the top, and I was about to go around it with a net and just whip it all off, and that's whoa, don't do that, because all those are full of casings of eggs and such, and everything else would be more natural life come from them. So we went down for a barbecue. Probably a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We had to sit down and a bit of a chill out. When we came back up, all that surface life and algae and everything had completely gone. And around the base of the actual pond, you could quite clearly see the liner again, as if all those fry that we dropped in had just smashed it, absolutely annihilated everything.
All the algae and everything.
All gone, completely. I was gobsmacked to see that. I mean, it worked all the way around. It were in clusters of patches, but it was nearly all the way around, which was. But
there's none of that at all. It's all gone now.
All gone.
Yeah.
So
the water's nearly crystal clear.
Use that as well, then, don't they? Eat the algae as well. And I'm guessing no natural pond life left in there.
No, that probably lasted about 4 hours.
My wife's just having a pop out, and the grandson's here as well. You might hear him running around in a minute too. But yeah, it did make quite a massive difference and a big impact really quickly on it. I was proper surprised to see that amount of. I mean, there was a heck of a lot of fry in there. And am I right in saying, Daz, you might be happy to part with some of them, or are you thinking of still keeping them all and going through them again at a later date?
I had a look, and there's quite a few nice tanchos in there.
So we need to move in there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that gives us another option to go down again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We've got Charlie Brown says, emptying from filter box if you can. I have a little overflow into the flower bed, says Ilsley. Charlie Brown says, I have an outlet just before the filter that I drain the pond. Ilsley said, I bet your flower bed loves all that fish water, helps them grow. Yeah, it does. That's what I do with both my tropical and my garden pond. If I can, where I've put the pipe out the rear, now I can stick a bucket underneath there, grab a couple of buckets, and I wang them in my planters or plant pots and give them a good watering. So it does make a massive difference. It does make your plants grow a lot more.
It does. I rinse my filter media out over the plants as well.
Yeah, well, I can always see, Daz, when I take all my medias out, as in the mechanical side, I bang them on lawn and I blast them all off with jet wash. And I can see when that patch of the area, wherever I've done it, it goes real lush green and really quick. But the reason why I do it is the area where I had to put new patches in from the last dogs from last winter when they killed it all off by. So I cut it all out and put new patches in, and I keep going over that area and it really does make your grass grow. Well worth in a watering can and spreading it around your garden if you're needing to give everything a perk up.
I used to.
Gaz, your pressure washer that you use for blasting your media, is it one that you've got like a hose that you can drop in the pond and use the pond water?
I believe, now I might not be right by all, but mine is, my particular one is, if you take a small hose section, you can put it into your pond. From what I think, most jet washers are a suction pump. So they will suck the water out of the hose pipe as well as being, fed.
Yeah.
So you can use them as a siphon system, dropping it into a water source to pump water out to spray it on, so you're not using a nose pipe. Ideal in times like this when you're going to be doing a water change anyway. You're going to be taking water out, stick it in, and blast it off. But yeah, I don't know if they all do, but mine's only a cheap one, so I would imagine maybe they all do. I know some cratcher ones definitely do.
Yeah.
Millsley says, yes, plants in the section grow like crazy. There you go. I water all my plants with fish water. To be honest, some of the plants have grown crazy. What's he yakking at? What did he do? Uh-oh.
What did he do?
Did he do a yak?
Loads of yak.
Sorry. We've got Mike Journey that says, evening all. We've got David Cook that says, hello, everyone. Evening, Dave.
Evening, David.
Mike Journey. Again, a little good evening from all. An evening, everyone, from Phil at Telford Koi Pond.
Evening, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
We got Chris Hampton. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. How's the fish? Says evening all to everyone. Mike Vass, evening, guys.
Hi, Mike.
Charlie Bifter Brown says, hi, all. Let me know, guys, in the comments if anybody might be interested in jumping in, coming in and having a chat with us. I will post a link if anybody is interested. Please stick a comment up, and as I get down through to them, I will add a link if anybody's interested. Teresa Morgan says, good evening, all. Evening, Teresa.
Hope my dog's okay, mate.
Yep, me too. I hope he's well. Is he working? Is he on nights, late, or early evenings?
I can't keep up. He changes every week.
Is it 6-2, 2-10, 10-6? That's it.
I think he's on afternoons this week, whatever that was.
That's it. Probably at work.
Life Around the Koi Pond says, hello, with a waving hand. Everyone, let's hope let's hope for a little bit more of a pleasant evening. Hertz Koi says, evening at Telford Koi Pond. Telford Koi Pond says, evening, Hertz Koi. Hello, Gaz and Mick. Hi, Dave. Sean Morris says, hi, all.
Hi, Sean.
All is good. Okay.
We need to talk to Sean. We need to talk to Sean back and give him some information about the chorus if they haven't read it already yet.
Oh, yeah.
About the corridors.
Yeah, it was talking
Sorry,
about...
Sean.
We do need to... You were going to give him some info, weren't we? We forgot.
Yeah.
Hit me up in the email section, mate. Let's see if we can remember this. Gaz131. Oh no, okay, I knew I wouldn't bear it.
I'm the same.
Bear with me a second and I'll tell you what it is. I can never remember this, but we can bring it up. And
I can't even remember my mobile number.
It's Gaz's Koi Pond 1 at virginmedia.com. Drop us an email at that one, mate, and we'll get that information over to you about the corridors you said you were trying to get to spawn.
Yep.
We are Twisted Koi in the house, evening cupcakes. And a cupcake for everyone. Where's Koi says, evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening.
Hi, Jill. Hi, John.
It's Koi, evening at Twisted Koi. David Cook says, hello, Daz.
Hello, David.
David Cook says, hello, Jill and John. Teresa Morgan says, I've always used our fish pond water for the greenhouse and garden, plus they have grown really well. Yeah, it really does make a massive difference. It really does. Gets your plants growing like crazy. Well, for example,
the nitrates, that's what it is.
When Jamie made his, they call them, and Vince as well, they've both got on bog filters. The bog filters that they've got growing have grown like stink, haven't they? They've gone nuts for it. that he had to take them out because I thinned them down to get them out. And Vince were only saying in one of his videos, I think it was this week, beginning of this week, where he were talking about his plants and everything, and he's going to have to reduce some of them because they're growing that much and doing that well. That's all from the nutrients from in your pond. Oh, did I read that one out?
No.
Oh, hello, I'm watching, but Keith isn't, so sound at 0. Can read comments, but can't hear any conversation. That's a shame. You can't hear our dulcet tones then. We all should learn sign language.
Yeah.
The koi camera idea was a waste of time. The apps to get it to work didn't work, so I've been super annoyed for the past few days. Oh, that's a shame. That's good. Let me do it. Contact me again through normal. You normally do. Drop us a message in Messenger. Let's see if we can find a program for it. See if we can find some alternative, because there's quite a few sources that we might be able to find some online. Mike Bass says, I trial for a year growing plants in the greenhouse using no soil and only aquaponics. For my grow on tanks, it was too successful. Couldn't eat enough. Aquaponics is really good, especially when you use an aquaponics system that a lot of people use, like common carp, don't they? Or cruising carp. Them in,
actually, a lot of people use some fish called tilapia.
Oh, tilapia, yeah.
Well, yeah.
You eat them as well.
There's no tilapia in UK, like, is there?
Oh, no, but they can.
Yeah, a lot of people in the States definitely do that.
In Florida and places like that.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet you, Mike.
Anyway,
yeah, it was.
Nice to meet you.
It was very much so.
Well, mate.
It was lovely to meet you and your partner.
Was.
That makes smile. Apologies for the video. I'd already said Mr. and Mrs. Bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The better half. Caroline Webb says, evening peoples. Ramsey's DIY DIY pond.
Evening, Ramsey.
Pond. Evening muckers. Evening. That was a mouthful. Sorry, bud. Evening at Ramsey's DIY koi pond. We got it that time. Wayside Koi says, evening everyone. Carol Lawson says, hi everyone, hope you're all good.
Hi, Carol.
Hello.
I need to keep my eye on the time, because what we have said we're going to do is a 2-minute silence for Queen Elizabeth II and pay our respects. So we are 8 minutes to go. Life around the koi pond. I put an X-ray stone in the pond while the weather was bad.
Yeah.
I've never. There's a few theories on it, isn't there? There's
pressure
and such that can get you a crash. But obviously, your surface water being broken in heavy storms and heavy rains like that is also actually oxygenating your water as it happens. But it can be unbalancing your pH. So that's the one. When you've had a good throwdown, I checked mine the other day, and mine was, and we were saying that only the other day we were talking about this. I don't know if we touched on this the other week, but my pH tap water, as I think Phil might have found out from Telford Koi Pond, has changed. The water that I'm getting supplied with it is no longer the readings that I were getting, let's say, 12 months ago, maybe 9 months ago. But I checked it, and my pH had gone from what's always been a stable 7.5 to 7. Now, within the 2 big rainstorms that we had, I went out and checked my pH. My pH had gone back to 7.5. Now, I'm tempted again to test it tomorrow morning, because it's bounced it down today with thunder and lightning storms again, and see if it's gone up again.
No, it will be pH neutral.
It should.
Rainwater is pH neutral. Oh, most of the time.
There is such thing as acid rain.
Unless it's acid rain,
Yeah.
But it did make it go to 7.5, which is, test it and check it just to see. I have, to be fair, I have been struggling a little bit. Now, a percentage of it is finding the equal balance on the filter system. Another percentage of it is also finding just how much I'm probably overfeeding, but we're getting growth. We're doing water changes. But I have been getting some high levels of nitrite and nitrate. Not massively stupid, but certainly ones where I've had to do some water changes to make sure that I'm keeping on top of it. kicked back a little bit on the feed because I don't know if anybody else has noticed, my fish have seriously slowed down on their eating, but my temperatures are going from being like 31. Oh, yeah, Mick said isn't either, but Jeff said
Mine are eating like crazy.
Mike was saying is
I give them
either.
double what I normally give them today, and they just
I've cut down just because of the water temperature trying to drop.
Yeah,
at night times now.
Well, I was thinking with mine that there's, I mean, it's gone from 20 plus pushing into 30s and dropped now down to at least 19, 18 degrees. And what I want to do is have a late night and pop out in the middle at night and see. So we're going to have a late night movie night or something. So this weekend, so I can pop out and have a look at 2 or 3 in the morning and see what my through the night temperatures are, because it's dropped down to like 17.9 degrees. And then by the time I got back home again, it's been back up 21, 24, depending, fluctuating a little bit most this week. But they have really slowed down in the feed. Now, it's either one or two things. As you all know, that I did do some scrapes into some tests and I had flukes. Now, I treated for flukes. I've done another treatment for flukes, and I still had a Yamabuki that was clamped. So I thought, well, what do I do? Do I get that fish out again for a third time and stress it some more and give it another scrape? Or do I treat again for flukes and see if it clears up? It didn't, and I thought, it's still clamped. I left it a day and thought, right, well, I'm gonna treat with chloramine T, and the chloramine T being a way less expensive treatment, but something that you can treat for both. I think it's trick, costia, skin flukes, body flukes, skin flukes and gill flukes and bacteria. I did the 15%. Is that right? All right, saying that 15% treatment.
The parasite dose, yeah.
The parasite dose, and you do
5 grams.
You do it over. Yeah, the other 5 grams. Yeah, 15 grams and 5 grams, depending on.
The bacteria one's 5 grams, and then the parasite one is the 15 grams.
Yeah. So I trekked with that, and I thought, well, I'll go over there. I mean, I was going to do a video on it, but I thought, look, I mean, every man and his dog's done a video on fluke treatment. Everybody knows how you pretty much do it, but I thought I'd give it a go and see how the chloramine T worked. And to be fair, within the second day of putting the first dose in, on the second day getting home from work, no fish, no clamp fins, no more flashing. So I thought, well, that's positive. That's looking good. But third day, they seem to ease off on the feeding. Now, I'm wondering if it's perhaps the treatment dose that's made them ease off a little bit.
Have you noticed, Gaz, that your fish are putting a bit of weight on? Because I looked at mine tonight, and that Sankey looks like it's ready to spawn.
Yeah,
and the Kahaku female.
Quite a few that look like a bit chunky.
Yeah, they're packed on a lot of weight. I don't know whether that's in preparation for next year or whether they're actually going to spawn this year.
The Kahaku has the koi from Poland. I've never remembered the name of that one, whichever it is. That they're definitely plump. Anyway, 100%. I'd be surprised. I actually saw a few. Me and Mick were watching them last Saturday, and I was tempted to throw spawning brush in at one point because they were the Yamabuki, the Beniginga, and the male Chag were driving the female Kahaku round and round the pond, and I was like, well, this could be,
the Polish fish
going on.
The Polish fish is a kin kikuru.
Yeah.
Kikuru.
Key, because it's metallic, plus it's the yellow colour, plus the type of fish it is.
Yellow, we'll go with yellowy gold in it, kind of. So,
the Deutz.
The Deutz. Oh, it's a Deutz one as well. So yeah, it's a map.
Deutz too. Yeah, not
Dowsing.
Not Dowsing. There you go, Skeggy. I've been corrected. I've been told I need to get my words right, which is completely correct, and I do. So if anybody hears me saying that, please remind me, and I will try my damnedest to make sure that I keep saying it in the right manner.
We've got 1 minute, guys. Please.
Oh, 1 minute. Right. Okay. Well, we'll touch back on that when we get back round to it. But one thing I did notice as well.
Time.
Right. 2 minute silence, guys. And there you go. That marks our 2 minute silence for Her Majesty the Queen, Elizabeth II. May she rest in peace, and condolences to the remaining royal family. I've just seen, well, I'll get to it. Where were we? Talking about the use of chloramine tea. Did you guys, when I know you, because I know you've used it and you've used it in the past, did you notice that it seemed to, because I mean, feeding the food that I've been feeding, I've barely seen any fish waste at all. Did you notice an increase in fish waste when using the chloramine tea? Because there's been, not today, but the 4 mornings after the treatment.
Yes, I did actually.
It wasn't massive feces or that. It was just like little worm size.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot more than normal. It's like everybody good clear out.
Yes. Yeah.
No, right. Well,
I noticed that.
Well, I thought, what's going on? What's happened? Does my filter need a good clean again? Have I done something wrong? Has something changed? Has my bottom drain stopped working? But yeah, there were a heck of a lot. I mean, way more than what you'd expect anyway.
Well, like normally there's nothing on the bottom of my pond, but what I thought, it must be getting caught in the blanket weed. It's when I've got the blanket weed, but no, it wasn't the blanket weed, because now the blanket weed's gone. It's clear again. There's no feces on the bottom, so it must have just like you say, purged the system and flushed everything out. Which
is not a bad thing, is it?
No.
So wonder if that might mean that it could possibly do something for the internal side of
the wormy side kind of thing. Yeah.
And again,
I'll have a look at we'll have to have a look at the ingredients, because if it contains any kind of flabendazole, things like with like a digestive tract, like treatment. So it could be. We'll have to have a look.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, mate. Sorry. It happens. It was something I noticed, but I thought that was well worth asking the question if you guys, because Mike said, well, I don't know, because my fish are quite of a decent size, so there's always a lot of mess. But you expect. I've not been seeing much, but he's been seeing his mess straight down in his system, so that's what it should be. That's what you expect. Wayside Koi says, I incorporate an overflow when I built the pond to cope with the issue. There you go.
It'd be interesting to see how John, how they are actually getting on with their system and their new pond. I know they do videos and stuff, but chatting, you know what I mean?
Go check them out, mate, and have a catch up. That's what we really ought to do. We ought to do some
catch up. I do watch them.
We have been watching a few episodes and a few seasons of a few programs and what have you. And we've kind of neglected YouTube for a little bit, haven't we? And backed off from we got a lot of catching up to do. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's a busy time of year.
It is, mate. Yeah, and every weekend's been ram-packed with something that we've been doing that we haven't had time to fart. Never mind what else.
Yeah.
Twisted Coy says, all my systems have an overflow system. David Cook says, hello, Jill. Love. John and Jill. Guys and girls, need some advice, please, with all your knowledge and expertise. So the thing is, if we get a box
welded liner,
box weld liner, how do we secure the liner to the returns? Well, your returns, I think they come with like your plates that go through. If yours is a timber pond, so you drill your hole through the pond, through the your timber. The sleeve goes through, which I believe then fastens to a spacing collar that you silicon seal and clamp then on the inside of the actual collar that goes into the hole. And then your pipe attaches to the outside of that said fitting, I believe. It's like similar to how the bottom drain is. The sandwiching liner, seal gaskets between, and then if you used, what's the black stuff called?
CT1.
CT1 in and around it, then you screw it all together and it clamps the actual liner in between. It's the same principle, I believe, mate. KP, just the same as you would a normal liner, mate. CT1, OB1, and something like that. There you go.
OB1.
Use the force.
These are not the road you're looking for. My Robe 1 plus power wash is battery powered and the system filters so that you can use the pond water to clean. There you go. Sweet.
Brilliant.
Caroline Webb, I will jump on with you guys if you will have me. Caroline, I'm pretty sure you've got more better things to do with your evening. Unless that's not Caroline. Vince Cupcake keeps racking his brains trying to get this done at the moment. Mad Dog's on night, so he does do continental work.
Oh, wow. Bless him.
Mate, that's the worst one, the night one. Because you get up through the day, you can't go nowhere because you got to go to work on a night. And then you feel tired. It's the worst one. I always thought it was the worst one.
Yeah, around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you
just crash. David Cook says, Keith and Paula, pond build, they are proper adapters for liner returns. They are great and they look great. There you go. Whoa, I hate it when it does that. Are the gremlins here? I hope not. No green thing. David, do you have a link or something we can look at? Everything but koi. Hi, everyone. What's people's thoughts on fish jumping? Fish jumping?
Yeah, it's a funny one. I mean,
it can be a few things, can't it?
I don't see my fish in the day because I'm out at work. But my mum and dad keep an eye on them. And they say that on average, I get 2 or 3 jumpers a day. But I've got a net over the top, so no harm comes to them. Yeah. But if I didn't have the net on, then I will probably have a few dead fish by now.
Yeah.
No idea why they're jumping. There's no flukes. There's no flashing, flicking, or anything showing on the fish. The fish are quite happy, but they just occasionally, for no apparent reason, just leap out of the water.
Well, there's a few reasons why they do and they can't.
Always, I'd say there's always a reason why fish jump.
Yeah, but there are several reasons why it can do as well, isn't there? There's one, it can be male fish showing how fit and healthy they are.
Yep.
2, it can be parasites where they're trying to dislodge throw them off. Like you always see, like especially in early spring, mirror carp, when they tail walk and they stop across, trying to get the, what do they call them lice, aren't they?
Oh,
Trying
yeah.
to get the lice off of them. And then the other one could be if there's something lodged in the gills and they're trying to flush the gills to get that out.
What mine are doing, I have a feeling.
For food, isn't it?
Yeah, food. Because a lot of the food gets stuck on the lily pads.
Yeah.
And they aren't stupid. They've realised that if they jump out of the water and smash into the lily pads, they will knock the food back in the water.
That's what I was just going to say. Exactly the same thing does. Mine collectively now, when they all start going and feeding like crazy, if one fish frackens because they get a bit spooked, the fish food ends up on top of lilies. But they've all mastered now, if they all get up and nudge around in lilies and splash about a bit, that it can wash it all back off.
Mine spend a good 30 minutes after I've fed them just purely trying to get on the lilies and get the food off.
Yeah.
But to be honest, that's a good thing. It's enrichment for them.
It is, yeah.
I mean, that's natural behaviour. Because they'll be trying to get snails and things off the lilies in the wild. So it's a good thing.
Yeah. So there you go. Everything but koi. A lot of times it can be early season, especially when they're just coming out of spring. It can be to throw parasites. It can be to dislodge them and get them out of, or get them off the body. It can be
have a crazy fish. I had a crazy fish. Still got it. Mirror carp, and he jumped
in water,
from one pond into the other in the tunnel. In my poly tunnel, jumped out the spawning pool into the
right do that, haven't you?
Yeah,
you've had a few. I've gone from one to the next.
Yeah, and I put it in the main pond then, and it jumped out of the water, hit the electric fence, bounced back in again. This was the next day after it jumped from one tank to the next. So there was something that was really griping it somewhere. But again, I scraped it. There's no parasites. Couldn't find anything with it. It was just having a mad moment.
Just one of them weird ones. some fish are special.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, mate, I've got one that likes to hunt, and it's done it from day one. Ever since being a small little fry, I've always seen it topping for midges, especially when you've got plenty little larvae in your filter and what have you, and then you get a hatch. You can see the fresh hatch that's falling up top of water level. I've seen that bounce off the bottom of netting many a time, and it's always when I've been doing a bit of gardening, I've been close by, and I've seen it literally going for the midges, but it's not in my pond anymore now. It's in my dad's. Instead, it was the orange Deutsche I had, but that was, I don't know what time that was, to be fair.
But the main thing is, I've put a net on your pond.
Yeah. If in doubt, mate, net it off, and then that way, then you're not going to lose any. But they can be, like we said, it can be for several reasons. Charlie Bifter Brown says this time of year could be rainwater having changed in the pH. Yep, 100%. Koi Collector says, all right, lads, hope you're all good. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you and the family good. Amanda Blackshield, budget pond keeper. You've made that name longer now. It's another one of those mouthfuls. Evening all. Hope you're all well. I hope you're well. Keith and Paula's pond build. Vince, are you up for a chat at some point tomorrow? Top secret information. Just to say it's me, the ugly dumb one, stole Kaz's account for tonight, as I can't get on chat on my account. Well, talk to me later and we'll remove that. But I only put you in there because of what you said, which was you weren't wanting and you didn't want to be a subscriber. So, but talk to me later, mate, and I'll sort that out and we'll get it removed. Life around the koi pond. The stream you did, Daz, was fantastic, Gaz. Gaz. The stream you did, Daz, was fantastic, Gaz. See, this is just as confusing for everybody else as what it is. You know how hard it is having a Daz,
Mick
and a Mike. The only one that don't get mixed up is Jeff and Colin, because they're the only one. Too similar with all ours. Them fish are doing really well. To be fair, they are doing really well. They are doing pretty damn good. There's going to be some nice some nice Sankey and some nice shower. Not as many shower as what there is Sankey,
No,
and some of the Sankey
no,
really changed a lot, haven't they? A
Yeah.
heck of a lot. The ones that we thought were exceptional, a few of them still look exceptional, but others have dropped off. The colours have dropped off, but you can still see the underlying pattern of black, which is, if that comes back up, now they are going to be exceptional. Really good. I'm hoping they're going to turn more like Randy, because that's what I think they're going to do.
Yeah.
What we need to do is check them and see if they're Deutz again. Yeah, hey,
Yes. We never really looked to see if
yeah,
they were
just
Deutz.
check and see if they're Deutz or whether they're scaled.
'Cause
Did you
if they
notice
are
anyone who was
Deutz,
reading
then
through Mick
definitely-
any more Deutz?
Sorry.
I'm just saying, did Mick notice any more? Because Mick, by the time I'd finished messing around with Sonny and letting him meet Willow and running around the garden, when I come back, all the Sankeys were done. I was like, and damn,
the Weird and Wonderful, there was a lot more Deutz than normal.
potentially
The Sankey did seem more scaled in my opinion.
That Ginrin though, was there more Ginrin to him than
Yeah. So
Because again,
it was
hey guys, I missed it. They were that quick.
probably more of the scaled male than more of his DNA than Randy's.
Than Randy's, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to just put Randy in with the female Sankey next spring. See if we can get some Deutz Sankeys.
Yeah.
We did get some. I have seen some, but they are minimal. There's probably, I don't know, out of the whole spawning, maybe a dozen. Nowhere near as many as you'd expect.
Yeah, well, I thought we having them because you got quite a fair few Ginrin out of them, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ginrin came through, the scale came through. Maybe the Deutsch gene is not as.
Yeah, or I mean, how old is Randy?
He is 3.
And
3. So
thanks very much, whoever that were to me or Daz. But cheers, we appreciate that.
So he's in his prime then. But so it's
so ideally it should be.
Coming. No, so he would be 4. He would have just turned 4 September.
Yeah.
September.
So he's still got plenty of
Yeah.
breeding left in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've got up north Carrick one that says, "Hi everyone, how you doing?
Evening.
Apologies again, guys. We're not going to get into it, but I'm not going to have anybody slag my son off. If I find out who you are, mate, you better watch your back. Or everybody else on here. It's not happening." Carol Lawson says, "It sure is a lot cheaper than Fluke Solve."
Yeah.
Cheers.
Keith
And the
and
thing
Paul
is-
says, "Hi up north, guy."
It doesn't mess your water up either.
It doesn't. There's no mess like that at all, is there? You don't get no discoloration, no problem, no foam, no nothing, which is
No.
and
The only
a hell of a lot cheaper. A hell of a lot.
thing you do is if you're doing it and you put in your pond, you walk away and you get a bit of an itchy nose, and your nose starts.
I'll tell you something else. It does irritate the skin a little bit.
Yeah,
Because I
it does
put my hand
irritate the skin,
in-
yeah.
I'd stirred it up with something, and then I put my hand because I noticed a couple little bits of powder at bottom, so I put my hand in. First of all, it was not a problem, but I did get a bit of a not an irritation,
A bit of a
yeah, a bit of a
tingly.
tingly feeling to my hand, which made me think. But I suppose it's going to do if it's going to treat and kill parasites. It's not going to be pleasant, is it? We got a high up north guy, Twisted, that says Cupcake Simon. Evening at Twisted Koi. High up north from David. Koi fever. Grow up or feck off. Is fecked off, mate. Is gone. Twisted Koi. Cupcake. David. Carol Webb says, "Hey ho, Drifter." Twisted Koi.
My feet being punctured.
Oh, you're not having a ping meal, are you?
I am indeed.
It's got to be done sometimes, mate, for simplicity.
That's how we roll in this
That's it.
times.
The Boston Spencer's ping meal.
Yes, this is my M&S.
Oh. It's the upper class.
It's
Class
nice,
female.
You're here. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Koi Karma. Hi, gang. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much.
Hi, Dave.
Hope you are too, mate.
Evening.
Koi Fever. That's cheap. Koi Karma. Are the trolls about tonight? Well, we've just had one, mate, but he won't be back. And surprisingly so as well, especially when there was one person that was saying we should be more respectful of Her Majesty the Queen's passing yesterday and not doing the live, to literally come on this evening and insult the guests. Well, no, the members and my family.
Yeah.
Carol Webb, since changing to the only free meal koi food, we get less waste in the Easy Pod compared to what was feeding on the mix 3 and 6. Yeah, it does make a massive, I'm going to say, because this is obviously Gary now, it does make a massive difference, Gary, doesn't it? It really does. It's unbelievable. The difference in going from, I mean, obviously it's going to be food as well, but the free meal, excuse me, the free meal to the 6 mil pellet waste difference is nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. A lot better on your filter system. Means you can, well, not get away with having a clean, but your cleaning's easier because the crap's half the size. You don't get much of it, that much more of it. It makes a big difference. Really does.
And the oil content is a lot less on this. This
on the smaller stuff. Yeah, I've not noticed. Yeah. I've not noticed. I mean, yes, there is a slight tinge, but I have been feeding ever. I have been feeding real. But to find out that there's no oily, scummy surface of water. I mean, it's bad when you can lay a piece of cloth over the top of the pond and lay it on and lift it off and take an oily film off the top of your water surface.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't use that stuff anymore. We use the Quinnico, Japanese mix, and it's bloody good.
Yeah,
good.
I would highly recommend it. Anybody, I mean, for the ones that don't get the growth, that do struggle, like my fish was. Vince, I don't know what size pellets you feed, mate, but try maybe if you're not feeding a free mill, try dropping to a feed mill for your bonsai, mate, because mine's started to grow and it's made a. I bet it's put 4 or 5 cm on when it's not done nothing in years. So all that time, really, that fish has not been a shyer feeder and not been able to get its fair share. Obviously,
I don't think it is a bonsai no more. That Tancho shower. I think it has started to grow.
Well, he did say that he had started getting some growth in it last time. He did send us that little video.
When he put it in his pocket, he put it back in his new big pond out there. And it's beautiful. That's the fish I wanted.
It's the second person getting stabbed 4 times at once. We've got a Dave cupcake there. Keith Paul's pond build, apparently so. Yeah, well, like I said, there's a prick in every rose bush. Carol Lawson, it makes them poop a lot. See, yes, right now it's got to be them, right? That's us 3 that have noticed it. Carol noticed it as well, so it must give them. It must give them a good clear out as well, then, Carol.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that. Hopefully, it clears the digestive tract out as well and gets rid of all that.
I want to have a look at the packet when we can later tomorrow.
Well, we'll do a bit more research on it, see what we come up with for next week. Charlie Bifter Brown, trolls are back talking. Yeah, they certainly are. You mean Daz? Fear? That's fear.
What's that?
I don't know. You mean Daz? You mean Daz? F-E-E-R. Daz fear. There's always one. Listen, I would be naive to believe that I could go all the way through the evening for as long as we have, without ever getting some kind of trolls. There's a pretty much dead set who they all are. YouTube love them, but like I said, they can't be avoided.
But they're not bothering us, are they? They're not achieving anything.
I mean, it annoys me when you start getting personal, but get personal when you see me. See if you want to do that one.
Yeah, just right. Love it.
Keep and Paula's pond build. Goodness, Carol, LOL. Koifi, yeah.
Yeah.
They have, mate. They're gone.
Yeah. Let's forget.
They'll
Let's
have
carry
to
on.
do-
Let's enjoy your evening, everybody.
That's it.
More we
Go
talk
ahead.
about it, getting
Yeah.
on it, isn't it?
That one. Our koi pond is a boxwell liner. Is it? I didn't know that. I didn't know yours were a boxwell. Now the best
I've
thing
actually
about
got a
boxwell is
boxwell
you don't have
liner.
any folds in your corners, do you? That's
No.
that's
No.
that's what I'm looking forward to doing when I eventually do the new pond build, putting the new liner in, but being able to CT weld the actual.
Yeah.
I put lots of small little folds in, but they're not
Yeah.
deep. So
Yeah.
I can put my fingertips in, you know, about perhaps maybe about that much. So they're not deep, and they're not folded tight because you can't fold them liners tight.
No.
You know, the weaved webbing type stuff.
There you go.
So water can tend to get in there and get out. And I've never had a fish go in there and not be able to just back out. So, but I'm looking forward to it when I do put it in. Hopefully, being able to get it nice and smooth with a rubber one and seal it up. But I don't know how well that works.
Yeah, I mean, I've got rubber liners and or butyl liners, and I've had fish swimming before and get trapped and die.
Well, I think that's where that. I think that's where that fish must have been hiding a bit, does because
It was,
when
definitely.
we met, it must have swum into liner fold a little bit, and then when you've put all those lemon arawakis and the metallics in, which are stunning, mate. There's some beautiful fish in them. Some of them were black.
Really nice. I can't looking for next year for them.
What Daz did do was give me two. So I've got, and I'll say this on here now, Dad, so everybody else can hear it. And what I said to Mick, if those fish make nice fish, mate, and as good as they are, they'll come back for a breeding because if that other little bit of patterning on the right hand side of the body comes up like it looks like it's going to do, that's going to be perfect. So we'll get them to, if we can get them to a decent size, mate, they're always going to be available for whenever you need them. So
yeah, cheers, mate.
they don't necessarily, or we can just enjoy them for a few years and bring them back to farm and you can use them for spawning. But I suppose it'll all depend whether they be male or female. You've already got a female, haven't you?
I've got a female Harawaki.
You need a male then.
Yeah, I've got another one, a scaled Harawaki in the pond as well, but I'm not sure what sex that is. That's only 2 years old.
Yeah. Well, we've seen one way or other. You'll need one or the other.
Yeah.
Amanda Blackshield says, "Koi forever." Yeah, there we go. I keep getting them. There we go. The next one. Yeah, that's the next one. My koi journey. Hi, Mick. I've never seen your pond. Have you done any videos on your pond at all? He hasn't, mate. Not as of
They haven't told me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they have. Yeah, they have.
Actually, you have. He's actually on one of the lives, mate. It's on one of the lives where we showed you his end garden.
I think Jack. No, Jack. Nobody's ever done one.
There is some GKP.
I remember seeing one with
You
your
showed
spray bar
his end
years
garden
ago.
one.
Yeah, I showed you the garden, but I didn't show you the pond.
Right. Well,
but we will be coming. There will be.
We're doing some work on it for Mick. We're going to be because of what I've fought and both Daz has fought, and other people and people that we know in and out of YouTube as well have had. I won't say they're not as good as a bottom drain, but they are a very good substitute should you not be able to fit a bottom drain. The retro bottom drains are pretty damn good. So we're putting two in on Mick's system. And then we're also going to be adding a moving bed. So he's got some more bacterial side of filtration on his filter system. So we will be doing some videos of all us lot having a get together and a bit of a same old mate, bit of a barbecue and a bit of a.
It'll be a.
We got another
dial. Could I have 20 pizzas, 20 this, 20 that, 20 that?
Whichever it is, mate. It's a company of good food and good friendship. That's what it's about. We have another. People
are welcome to come. People are welcome to come. Like I say, Mike Bass and Tracy.
Yeah.
Brett, come. Like I say, more the merrier. Come, sit down, chill, just enjoy the company. That's all it's about.
That's it. So there will be an up and coming in the very near future as to when, as and when Mick's ready, and he's got the remaining components that we need. We've got majority of it. We just need a few bits and bats over. We're good for media. We're good for pipe work. We're good for drains. You're just going to need some kind of vessel for
I think
to go into.
I probably would put the bottom drains on first.
There we go.
Vince.
We have a guest on this evening.
Oh,
Have everybody would like
Evening, people.
a warm welcome
Evening.
from Kristen
how you
Kelly.
doing, mate?
Right, Vince.
Mate, I'm fucking knackered.
Oh, you've been grafting all day?
And I'm now sat in a fucking 3-mile queue to get AFC. There you go, mate.
Finger looking good. It's finger licking good, mate. It's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Worth the wait.
Yeah.
Well, when I finally get there, yeah. But I managed to get the old bottom drain in for the new tank.
Sweet.
Cool.
That went in today. And keep your eyes peeled, everyone. Tomorrow there's going to be exclusive video coming out. It's going to be a doozy.
You ready here first? Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
Is
Mike,
is that for the new big, what do they call them? IBC?
Nope.
No. Oh.
Nope.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it this way, it's gonna be big. Let's put it that way.
Oh, brilliant.
So how's the family? Good.
Yeah, family's good. Up and down at the moment, you know how it is, trolls and such like. But hey, we soldier on.
Yeah, you stay strong, mate.
Yeah.
All
Don't let them get to you.
That.
Now then, how's the? Now I heard the comments. The 8 block.
Yeah.
Is it 8 blocks high now then?
No. Well, one part is, but I'm still getting the walls up slowly but surely. But yeah, 8 block. It's a 3-pronged thing. One, I can only comfortably put 8 blocks in the boot of my car because otherwise it tells me to fuck off and do one. Once I've laid 8 blocks, I'm absolutely bollocksed. And honestly, it's taken me 3 days to get this bottom drain in.
Oh.
Yeah. Packed solid clay with mixture of clay and stone. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Not good with the rain either.
Well, no, I'm all right because I'm actually building the new filter house is being built inside the old one.
Ah.
So all I've got left is literally the uprights that are holding the roof in place, and that's it.
Let's hope it don't get windy.
No, that roof's too heavy. So the plan is once I've got the blockwork where I want it, I can then just drop the legs out, drop it down, get a couple of boys in, shunt it into place, bracket it, job done.
Yeah.
So
Because I really don't want
guessing the dry rot went throughout, mate. Then
anything to about 2 foot away from the roof. Yes.
Yeah, it rips. Just eats through everything. It's terrible stuff.
It's
To the
bad
point, I had 4x4 posts and scaffold boards that once they dried looked like they'd come out of a fire.
Yeah. They just turned to mush in your hands, just
Mate,
crumbled.
it just disintegrated in my fingers.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yes, but yeah, the new tank's going to be bigger, more depth to it, and I'm running it solely off an air pump.
Oh, that's something does need a bit of info on when you've got 5.
Yes. Yeah.
And I have
Actually looking into that.
got some diagrams for
Yes.
for the airlift pumps, mate, because he wants to. Obviously, the amount that he's got there at the koi farm to be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A visit.
There's a reason why Mark Davis at Cuttlebrook has been using airlifts for as long as I've known him.
Yeah.
You know, 90% of his systems that run on airlifts, and it was him that got me into it. And there is videos out there, but there's not a lot of English videos.
Yes,
Yeah.
They're all foreign.
we found
But I have seen an airlift pushing water. I think it was just short of 12 foot in the air.
Wow.
Yeah, through 4-inch pipework as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I seen
Brilliant.
that one. That's a German video, isn't it? I think.
Yep. And not only that, it's
Gaz?
self-oxygenating your system as well as doing your flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Oxygen enriched water. Yeah.
Yeah, Gaz, I'm getting messages from friends who are watching, and some people are being rude in the comments, dude.
Yeah, there's no surprises, mate. Let's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ignore it.
How's my fish, Vince? Anyway,
Well, talking about that fish, it ain't so much a bonsai koi no more.
I know it's not.
It is starting to grow, and there is the possibility it might get moved on. So if it does, I will give you first shout, Nicholas.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And as Gaz will tell you, I am a man of my word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait till you come up and see Gaz's fish.
Yeah, that's a beauty. That is.
I'm waiting for his measure and bowl up so I can have a look at it.
It's well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put them both. I'm going to put the Matsukawa Baki and yours in together, mate.
Yeah.
Because it's nuts,
It's
mate.
totally different. I mean,
the amount that it's changed this year from when I got it from you is crazy. And I would love.
Mhm.
I'm going to have a keep my eye on Derby Coy's as well, Andy's, and have a look to his to see what difference if his has changed a lot as well.
Yeah, because those two were very similar in the fact that they were both symmetrical in pattern wise.
Yeah, mine had more of a misshapen pattern on its dorsal.
Yeah.
Whereas,
On the top, it actually looked like it was painted on with a paintbrush.
yeah, zigzagged across it. Whereas Andy's was they're the same, but it was like more. He's looked more like a figure of 8 around the dorsal. But both very, very, very similar in pattern and colour at the time.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what's become of that.
Well, as far as the New Forest Fry that I had last year, I really do believe that when I got rid of what I got of, a lot of what I let go, I should never have let go.
Yeah, 100%.
And what makes me say that was doing the underwater footage in my mum's pond in the week, because the fish that I gave her, it was only 6-8 weeks ago. And when I gave it to her, it was a pristine Deutz Platinum Ogon. You go and have a look at our underwater footage now, and it's got a metallic grey zipper, and it's got white and yellow. So it's now a Deutz Kajaku.
Yeah.
So
you can remember Midnight, can't you? Of course.
That's one fish I so. But don't get me wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, when Ads came and visited, it was an ugly fish, as far as I was concerned. So when he said, "Oh, I like that one. I'll have that one," I said, "Right, okay, sold. You know, you can have it." Yeah. And then it hit about 25 cm, and then just changed, and I was like, "Oh fuck." But because I'm a man of my word, it stayed sold. Yeah, that's just the way I work.
I mean, when Gaz, I'll be honest with you, Gaz will go, well, right, I was there on the day when we all come down, and I said, got in the car, went, Gaz, what did you buy that fish for? Because I didn't like it.
You did, didn't you?
I did, didn't I?
You did. That was his first words. What you bought that for? And my answer was, because I can see that fish having potential and what it will become, not what it is right now. I think that once it gets some sunlight on it, it'll change a hell of a lot. And boy, did it.
Guess what? Guess what? That
Stunning.
Fish now is spectacular. Let's just say midnight vibes. Wait till you see it.
Much so, mate. I'll ball it up a weekend, Vince. Well, tomorrow, because that is the weekend. I'll ball it up. and I'll send you a private one, and I will obviously stick it on a video for everybody else to have a look at. But,
Yeah, that'll be great. I mean, there was a few that I regret getting rid of. Midnight, the two Deutsch Achievers that you and Andy had, and also there was a Deutsch Achiever there that Kev from Dorset Koi Pond had off me, and I went down to his place a few weeks back, and oh my god, it is stunning.
And the one you give your mum.
Yep. But like I said to Kyle the other day from Macca Koi, you know, he's like, why did you get rid of that one? I can't keep them all. You know, I've got a main pond and a few small systems.
Have you managed to move on most of the ones in your main pond now that you were holding for your mate? Because you were holding some while he was sorting his pond out, weren't you?
Yes, they're all gone. They're all gone. If I had my way, the only one that would go out of the 3 or 4 that he's asked me to keep in the pond until he decides where he's going to have a pond or not, the only one out of the 4 I would get rid of is the Sankey.
Yeah.
You're not a fan, are you?
Yeah.
No, not a fan. But myself and Sue were having a look in the front pond in the week, and oh my word, Gaz, oh my word, I saw 2 guaranteed Ginrins, 1 Shagoi and 1 Achiever. Oh boy, they look awesome, absolutely awesome. So yeah, looking forward to the end of October, because that's when we're going to empty the pond and do our selection.
Yeah. How's the Wacky doing?
How's the
Wacky? Lemon Wacky doing?
Oh mate,
Lemon anymore.
it's not lemon anymore, but at the same time, I'm really hoping that Susan's Kajaku is male.
Ooh.
Put it that way, because she's only just must just only be over about 1.5 years now, and the body on it, oh my lord, that has got to be one of my biggest achievements for last year. Was the Harawaki, Midnight, a couple of others, you know, the Goshki that's in my pond that's going to Stevie Pops now from Popsy's Koi Pond. So yeah, but this year's achievement so far is actually managing to get them to spawn, even though I wasn't fucking ready for it. Keeping them alive, and the fact that I've seen some really, really nice ones in there already. And out of the 46, I think it was, that was in the fish tank, there was only, I think there was 8 bifters in the end.
Yeah.
So
that's a universal term now.
That's a universal term.
Oh yes.
You do know that.
Oh yes.
Definitely is.
Oh yeah. Oh, looks like I'm going to get my order in. Hey! I've only been sat here fucking half hour.
So do you want us to drop you in while you place your order, or are we all going to get to find out what you're having for your tea?
Yeah, it's a trilogy box meal with coleslaw and fresh orange juice, 2 mini fillets for the boy, and a fillet towel burger for me. Simple.
Why not?
Do you want any corn with that?
No.
That's what
No. It was one thing I would always have from KFC, but no, I can't eat it no fucking more.
Oh shit, man! Sorry, yeah, I didn't think they would have said that one, did
That's fuck me, Gary. I got a thicker skin than that, for fuck's sake. Oh my word.
You can't bite him; he can give it a nasty suck.
Yeah. Hey.
Right, I'll catch up with a couple more of these comments, and then we'll come back right after we've gone, because there's absolutely loads again. Caroline Webb says, which is Gary, I could jump like mad after bugs when it's getting light in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. First light is when they do jump.
I showed a video clip on Saturday of a big koi jumping. Yeah, we all saw a big koi jumping a lot and all.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
How far that jump.
Right, guys. I'll have a better chat with you next week. I'm going to sign off, get me food, and go home and get ready for tomorrow.
Nice one, mate.
Take care.
Thanks very much, mate.
Take it easy, guys.
Take it easy, mate. Catch you later. Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
It was.
Nice chat, Vince.
He's going to go and get down there is now. We all know he's having KFC and I had no tea yet. That's good.
Yeah.
No, he's got his before me. I'm still waiting for one.
Yours is supposed to be a quick ready meal. Ping.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bastard, I see jumping during pre-spawning activity, sometimes itching, sometimes no space to move. Yeah, well, there you go. Gary says, only one of mine never to jump is my grass carp. No, I thought grass carp was.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to do jump.
For jumping.
Yeah.
KMP, sorry, go on, mate.
They do jump, the grass carp do, when you try and catch them. Whether they jump when you're not harassing them, I don't know.
Yeah.
They do sit there like torpedoes, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
I know those little mirror carp jump when you try and catch them, you try and net them. Whipping around that little pool outside like crazy, coming straight out of the water, and in the flying saucers. They were going quite a fair bit. KP busy tomorrow, mate. Will be free Sunday if that helps. Life around the koi pond. Bad water parameters can cause fish to jump. We once had a few jumping during an ammonia spike. Yeah, that's another valid reason. We got a hi Vince, good to see you on from Koi Karma, Dave.
Evening.
We've got an evening from Edith. How's it going, mate?
Hi.
Vince, Sunday's good. Life around the koi pond. I block the idiots. Amanda.
Yeah.
David Cook. Hello, Dave. Life around the David Cook. Life around the koi pond. Great stuff. Koi Karma says hi, mate. DT Koi says good evening, GKP. How is everyone? Fine, thanks very much. Hope the family's well too. Twisted Koi say it's not so bonsai now, bro. Right, I'll bell him tomorrow. I'll send him a video of mine. I'll see if we can get a size of mine for him, and then vice versa. See, did I hear right? Did he say that he could possibly be moving it up?
Yeah.
Dibs.
Damn it!
Nick, you missed out there, man.
He's already promised it to me.
Too busy talking to your beautiful wife in the background. You missed the dibs.
I've got it. I got dibs it years ago.
I was just wondering what dibs is. Anybody spots a fish that we like, we always shout dibs on it first. So you got the first refusal should you ever want to have another fish in your pond or replace a fish with one that you've spotted. Signing off for the evening, wishing you all a happy and healthy future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Paula. Have a nice evening. DT Coy says, hi, Keith and Paula. Just missed a mate. I think they've gone. Carol Ossett says, okay, guys and girls, how can I make some form of reducer for the fish feeder as I think it's sending too much food out? No, there you go.
What kind of fish feeder is it, Carol? On first most, because if it's, I think is it a P900?
Does it not have any form of settings and
the
amount of times it spills food, the amount it spills, Carol?
Normally they have some kind of control, don't they?
Normally they've got some kind of device, but I would imagine if you're reducing the amount that comes out, excuse me, if you're trying to reduce the amount that comes out, you might end up blocking up or causing some kind of a blockage. What you don't want to do is have a feed trough that's wet where the feed ends up not getting out because it's not working as it was originally designed.
Yeah.
There we go. Forget the trolls. Stop giving the airtime, which you just give them the airtime. Carol is a whiz at fitting liners. She just did the new small pond. Nice one. DT Coy says, at Carol Lawsey, what feeder you got? That'll help. I have a box liner. They are quite a bit cleaner than a normal liner.
Yeah. We've got a box liner at mine, a 6x8, I think. Just need to do a sleeper pond to drop it in.
There we go. There's
do
a project
video on that one day.
Yeah, there's another project. Anybody else needs a big pond? Daz has a line that he can supply to you if you want to buy the wood. Like you get it, mate. Do a big job. I know you love building ponds and digging holes for them. I think you do it. Graham says, evening all, bit late as doing a load of prep work for being dug out and enlarged tomorrow. Ooh.
So if you don't fill up with rainwater first.
A bigger pond build by it sounds then. Prep work as pond is being dug out and enlarged. Sweet. Both me and Kaz are now sub, Gaz. Thank you very much. Appreciate the sub. And thank you very much to all the other people out there that have subbed over this last month. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much for the support. Mike Bass is looking forward to helping Mick out. Sweet, Mike. Be nice to catch up again, mate. It was a good day.
Yeah, well.
It was lovely to have an afternoon. Well, no, it was a day, wasn't it? A day with equally minded people picking and selecting fruit fish. Good food, good company, and all for the same passion of keeping koi. It worked. Well, we've not had a bad one yet, mate, have we? We haven't, genuinely.
We got good weather as well, didn't we?
It was just surprisingly, wasn't it? Right up till, well, I think till I got home later in the evening, and I think it started to rain through the night, which was forecast rain for most of the day. And we got a little bit, didn't we? And that were it.
Yeah.
About 30 seconds and it were done. Life Around the Koi Pond says, I went to the garden centre this morning for a breakfast, popped in to see the fish, and the tropical and marine fish were amazing. But I noticed a large shower with a large ulcer on its side. They did nothing. You may have already had treatment in. Do you know? Did you ask them? Are they already in process of treating the water? I'm not saying they weren't or they were, but you'd like to think they were doing something. That's technically, it should be took out, quarantined, and treated before it goes back on display and back into sale. Most won't draw attention to it, mate, when you're there, and then they'll wait till the shop's clear and move that fish out and put it into quarantine if they've got the facility. My koi journey, let me know, mate. I will come and help meet you guys. Sweet.
Yeah, love to.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Same again, mate. Email address, which is gazkoipond1@virginmedia.com. Anybody that's interested in ever meeting up and going anywhere with us, whenever we do decide where we're going, we'll announce it on here or on the community tab that whenever we're planning a next visit to anywhere. If anybody's interested in meeting up and coming and join us, bang me an email through. Next time we go anywhere, I will forward you the details of where we're going, and we can have a nice catch up and a nice chat and a nice meet up with more people that are out there watching and enjoying the content. So, just observation, I'm an avid horse racing fan, as was our queen.
She was, bless her.
Yeah.
Was.
Mike Bass says, thank you, Daz. Plonks.
You're welcome, Mike.
I did
No. This is somebody nasty, guys. Daz.
Oh, right. You're not welcome then.
That's not our Mike Bass. That's what you reckon. That's somebody else trolling us with Mike Basses.
No. I think Daz Plonks is somebody who's been putting inappropriate comments. I think.
Oh, is that the one I've already moved? Right.
Yes.
Half these idiots can't even spell all right.
Yeah, well, trolls don't
go back to school.
Don't tend to be the most intelligent of people, do they? Really?
Yeah.
That's the reason why they get the kicks out of being a troll. When horse racing resumes back, I /bet anything she owns, it will win. What are you trying to say? My rugby is still on to Moz on Channel 4 at 1 p.m. Might not be, mate. A lot of sports programs and such have been cancelled, unless you know something different to me. I thought I read it say on this evening that the vast majority of sports, football,
Premier League has cancelled all fixtures.
comedies and such and everything have all been cancelled with a mark of respect for.
But still, Sunday, Daz, we're still auctioning.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that, mate.
Evening. Evening. DT Coy says at Jill Collis. Evening, Jill and John. Hi, Jill from Gaz or Caroline, whichever it might be. I hope I'm saying it right. Jill says hello, Gary. Koi Karma. Hi, Jill, John, and Kaz and Gaz, etc. All thumbs up. So, rugby. Yeah, agreed. Hi, Dave. DT Coy. Till then, Dave, when's the channel getting back up and running? And I'm getting yourself with some more content out there, mate.
Yeah, looking forward to it, mate.
DT Coy says, hi, Dave. And yes, rugby league, whoop, whoop, best ever sport going. Now, you know there's going to be some union lads come in and go, I don't think so. Vince, hope you get a KFC soon before midnight. Well, that was very nice to see Vince, because I know Vince he don't really like the technology thing. He doesn't really go along with the technology thing, and he don't as much. I don't think I think it took him a long time to get used to being in front of camera, and you wouldn't know it now watching his videos, but for him to come on and do it live, you know, that's pretty cool. Appreciate it, Vince. Nice one, mate. DP Coy says at Koi Karma, no, his luck is 1 minute after midnight. That I'm guessing KFC shuts at midnight then. Hot racing, best sport in the world. Amy, other sport, irrelevant. Yeah, well, I don't know so much about that. I mean, I've never been a big fan of any sports, to be fair. I like a bit of, I like watching boxing every now and again, and I do enjoy watching F1. That's good, but I couldn't tell you what. But I just like randomly picking up the odd bit every now and again. Keith and Paul as pond build. No, mate, not great for horses. Boo to all forms of sport. That's definitely Gary.
Except fishing.
Yeah. One of the world's most popular sports, fishing, isn't it, I believe?
Yeah.
Caroline Webb, you love it really, Gary and Kaz. DT horses rock. Envo, Alan, Burstall, Damas.
Yeah, they're horses, I think.
You two are getting as confused as what Skegging Helmet does.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're horses, I believe.
Kevin Paul as Pomble, they do roll. LOL. Hi, Dave. Koikama. Hello, Joe. Hi, Dave. This is a private conversation going on between these guys. Thank you here to Vince. You. Oi, Bifter. LOL. I got 3 Sankeys and still want more. Do you know, to be fair with you, Gary, I've got to admit, I weren't a big fan of Sankeys myself. And then I seen this and I thought, that's nice. But it had a little bit of pectoral damage. Daz worked his magic on it, and god damn, that fish is stunning.
I still don't like it, but that's my own.
I like the sporadic patterning that it's got, where it's not in big clumps. I like the small patterning clumps to it.
It's a flowery pattern.
It's a cracking fish for what it is, but it just didn't. You know what I'm like. I'll buy really nice fish.
You get bored of them after 30 seconds.
I mean, Nick prefers the kind of Sankeys that was a Sankey and then becomes a Shuramuji. That's but Steph can pick a good Sankey, can't you, Steph?
Yeah.
She's not here. She's watching in the front room. She might be watching. She's watching, I think.
Caroline Webb, I have one LOL.
I'm going to check on my tea.
Even Paula's pond build. Glad it made you laugh. I'll join you live. If you soon. Grass carp are prone to jumping when you move them from one pond to another, but mine is very relaxed. So I guess it's more of they'll jump on one pond or try to escape when they're put into a newer environment, guys. Is that what you're saying? I know they don't like being netted, and they definitely try. Yeah, they're wicked jumping out of a net.
Yeah.
Grass carp are quite peaceful until you try to catch them, and then when you try to catch them, they go absolutely.
Yeah, true. When you're fishing for them, when you get them, when you reel them in, they don't do a deal. But as soon as you get in the landing net, they go absolutely mental.
Oh, listen to this one. This I know somebody else that's going to like this comment. While Vince is ordering his KFC and Daz is waiting, Daz is going hungry waiting for his dinner, I'm munching on nice hot crumpets with lots of butter.
Oh,
You can't beat crumpets, can you, with proper butter on them? You really can't.
oh,
And I know somebody else that proper likes them too.
Mr.
Like
Webb. Oh,
A light snack.
Superfish Pro. Jeff Lee says evening. Oh, how you doing, Jeff? Mate.
Evening, Jeff.
It sends out about 50 grams on program, but my fish are still small and don't want to have ammonia or nitrate issues. 50 grams? I mean, Jeff's been feeding a kilo per day. That's an inside joke. He hasn't really. Before everybody goes mad. But that'll have made him giggle while they were watching it. 50 grams. Is that a lot? How many times a day are you feeding 50 grams, Kyle? That's not much, really, is it? 50 grams?
No.
That's not a lot. How many fish you got in your pond, Carol?
yeah, but 50 grams of 3 mil though, that would be quite. I mean,
Actually, that would be quite. It'd look quite a lot, but it's still not a lot in weight, is it?
no.
But it would
I
look.
think Carol's got about 8 fish. Would you say, Carol, in your pond? Or 8 bigger fish, from what I've seen. I don't know if she's got some smaller ones.
Can't remember. I know she's got. I didn't think they were that small a fish. To be fair, what's the CM, Carol? They look pretty big on the underwater shots. They look reasonably sized fish anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen 40, 45 to pushing 50 cm on some of them, maybe 35 to 40 on the others. But majority of them are pretty decent size. Are they not?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they should.
If not, then
two of
take
them
that,
should be in that
take that
kind of.
two lens off. Because they look big, don't they, underwater? DT Coy says, Carol Lawson, look at instructions, should show how to set it up. Well, obviously, I think she's probably done that one already, but if it's a case of, she might not have the instruction, it might have been a second-hand product that she picked up.
Yeah, but it's on program. What she said, it's on program 1.
So it's on program 1. Well, then, Carol, the only thing to do is buy more fish to take up and eat that 50 grams.
Yeah.
There you go.
And we know somebody who sells some beautiful fish.
Yeah, we do. Know somebody's got
Yeah.
lots of beautiful fish. What's he called?
Daz's Koi Farm.
That's the fella.
That's the fella.
Thank you very much, mate. I'm not going to read it out, but appreciate it all the same. Carol Horsey, I have read the instructions, Dave, and it's all set up just as I don't like to overfeed. Well, it's a waste for a start, isn't it, Carol? And like you say, it spoils the water, so it's yeah. It's defo on gas as governing body said so 4 hours ago. Oh, right. I was only listening to news just before I went on at 7:30, and at 7:30, mate, it said majority of sports have been cancelled.
Premier League.
Yeah. But well, good do. That means you get to watch your sports, mate. Hi from Jill Collis. Hi, how you doing? Hope you're well. And it says, Carol, easy solution. There you go. Just buy more fish to eat the surplus food. That's my method too. Guys, I've been in contact with Quinny Coy directly where info on their closing came out, and they have confirmed that it's info to be bull plop, and they have confirmed that they're not closing. Sweet.
Oh, brilliant.
That's good.
Good. That's
Brilliant.
great news. I'm glad they're staying open. Nice spot. So we enjoyed it last
That
time.
would have been a big loss to the koi community. It really would.
It would.
Yeah.
Well, whoever blasted that all over, well, good. So everybody knows here now, a confirmation there from Gary that he's been in touch with them and they aren't closing, they are staying and remaining open, which is fantastic. That means that we can carry on playing. We were thinking that we were going to have to go find somebody else that supplied the same food if we could do. Life around the koi pond, it was mixed with other fish at the garden centre. I reported the issue to the proprietor. He didn't even take a look at it. Needless to say, I won't be buying any fish from there. Yeah, I would have done it, mate. Never do, never have, never will.
So unfortunately, a lot of garden centres have that attitude. which is why I go to a koi dealer rather than a garden centre.
To be fair, and 9 times out of 10, the fish from your garden centre hardly ever are as good a quality as what you would get from a dealer's.
No, the low grade Israeli import.
Low grade fish. I'm not saying all, but
Yeah. Like I say, there are some very nice Israeli fish.
Well, but saying that, look, I mean, again, and I will state this because I do believe it firmly to be true. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. If you like that fish in a garden centre and that's what you want in your pond, why the hell not? It's what you like and what you pick. It's you that's going to be looking at it. So
as long as it's healthy.
Yeah. Isn't this one? Fishing is a pastime, not a sport. Still bloody waiting. Gary says, Sankey's rule. This is well confusing. Cupcake, there's 2 fish I've seen in your pond with my name on them. My name or your name? Twisted Coys, which one? I'll join you live soon if you want another guest, Gaz. Oh, we can stick. Let me invite, copy to clipboard. We shall stick that in there. And we'll bang that in there. If anybody else is interested, let's see if we can trap a troll. Get to see a face. I'll join you. There you go. Links in there, mate. I have a question. I have a question. Can you run too much air through your filters and ponds? Well, we've got another one. Let's bring this gentleman in. There we go. Mr. Webb, you are live. I have a question. Can you run too much air through your filters and pond? My pond is around 3,000 gallons and I'm running 30 litres a minute in my pond and another 30 through the filters. Mate, you can never have too much air.
No. You can run too much through your static bed though, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Or your moving bed, sorry.
In your pond.
Your moving bed, then you end up with it getting airlocked and blowing it out as it flows through into your next or return, which can end up then getting your pump airlocked, which is a pain in the ass.
And if it's too turbulent, it has a negative effect on the bacteria. It tends to knock the bacteria off rather than it colonise. There's a sweet spot.
There's a sweet spot where it should be a rolling boil, not a cascading blasting around all over the place. But no, in your pond, mate, no, you can never have too much air, especially when it comes to winter. Comes to summer, as you will lose, more and more.
What is he eating now?
Sorry.
What are you actually eating? You did show us him. I didn't quite. What the heck is that?
Vegetable.
So we almost got a chance to trap a troll, but he hasn't got the guts to show his face. So
we got me instead. That's close enough.
we can do this one instead now and ban you from the studio so you can never come back again.
I'm up for that. Oh, well, then again, Lee Ramsey was on my live on Saturday and he was eating banana dipped in mint sauce.
Oh, now that's weird.
He's a tarmac driver. What? And he's from down that way. So what can I say?
No, banana and mint sauce should never be mixed together.
Oh no, it's like banana and lemon curd sandwiches.
Oh, banana and brown sugar. Yeah, I'll go with that. So, who is it that's the crumpet lover out of you three?
Me, I love crumpets.
Mike.
Oh no! Mike H loves crumpets. He's a real big fan of crumpets.
Yeah, me too. They've got the birds.
I've got 2 left. That was a new packet yesterday. I've got 2 left.
Apologies if you can hear that, guys. I hope you can't. But there's an helicopter flying over top out there somewhere. There'll be a spotlight on top of my conservatory in a minute. There we go. Yeah. No worries, mate. We have DT Coy in the studio ready to come in. When he gives us a thumbs up, I shall let him in. So yeah, 100%, mate. No, you can never. Come on, put yourself on camera if you're that brave. I mean, show your face.
Don't rise to it, mate. I know what
I'm
you're
not-
saying.
It just
I know
means
what
I
you're
get to find out who the
What's
one
it
is.
called?
It
Yeah.
ain't worth your breath, Gaz.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, no, you can't, mate. Thank you very much for the merch, Gaz. My pleasure, mate. I hope the whole family fights over it. And what I will do is I'll get another one for your dad because I do need to order some more in. So I'll get some more ordered. Once I get them ordered in, mate, I'll get another one to your dad. And if we do another another batch of hats, I'll get you one I'm sorted out as well, mate. Peter's Puddle, Koi and Goldfish. Evening, guys. How's it going, Pete? Well, Caroline, the crumpet. Oh, that's you now. The crumpets were proceed with 2 battered jumbo sausages, sarnies, and now we've got rice pudding to follow.
Oh,
mate,
rice.
Oh, yes.
has to be all.
Oh,
I like rice pudding, but I
Rice
do prefer
pudding.
homemade rice pudding. It's proper good,
oh,
With the skin on it, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're missing, Mick.
especially with nutmeg. Nutmeg
Oh,
ground
yeah.
over the top of it. Then yeah,
Oh, it's a bit like semolina when you go to school. You have
Oh,
stick of
semolina.
Oh, no. No.
Let me guess, Dad's got a packet of semolina in his back cupboard.
No,
Oh.
better than that. Check out that bad boy.
semolina,
Oh, don't
Oh, the old custard.
ambrosia.
No,
What is it?
semolina.
Oh no, not out of
Oh.
a tin. Not out of a tin.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, that's the best
none
way.
of it. None of it's good. None of it's
If
good.
it's out the tin, it stays in the same
Yeah,
shape as
Dave.
the tin. And you
Welcome
eat
to
it
the
cold.
live, Dave. That looks like
I-
you in the only quiet zone in the house.
Well, you've got to try and try something out and try a few different things, and
A few different environments. I can't go anywhere else because right now my grandson is in there and it sounds like he's running around like an absolute lunatic. How can he be
Yeah,
wife
well,
chasing him all over the living room?
I've got to wait
Carol
for the grandkids
says
bit.
3 times per day, 3 meals, 7 fish. So 3 meals, 3 meals and 7 fish. So that'd be 150 grams that you're putting in per day for 7 fish. What's the sizes, Carol? Have you any idea roughly what they are?
I think the biggest is nearly 40 cm, and the other ones are around 20 cm, if I remember correctly.
So they're
And that-
not small fish. They're not. They're going to be eat a fair decent bit.
I've had to still drop my feeds to 2 a day because I'm still waiting for Nexus to catch up.
Oh, to 2. I've dropped mine down. Well, I've just reduced it. I've been still giving them 2 or 3 a day, but I've just reduced the amount that I've been giving them because they have slowed down a little bit. They've eased off. And has your pond been dropping in temp as well, then, Dave? Because you're quite close to me, aren't you? So you'll be in a similar sort of temperature zone.
Well, yeah, I'm still waiting for this bumming visit, but yeah, there's still no matter what I put in, they'll eat it like no tomorrow. Because like I say, I've got a 54 cm, I've got a 52 cm, then I've got 1, 2, 3, right, I've 4 that are just over 30 cm, and then I've got some that are around 14 to 22 cm. So I've got a quite a varying. They're always fighting for the food. So
do you feed free meal as well?
no, I feed 6.
Yeah. My advice, mate, and it is only advice, would be to drop that 3 mil, mate, and you'll see those little ones. Well, it's probably going to be a little bit late this season to do it to get a lot of growth in them, but you'll see those littler ones.
Well,
they really grow quick, being able to get to it.
You'll get less
the
waste in your
littlest
Nexus as well, Dave.
And it does make
the
them.
littlest ones are actually eating more because I've seen the most growth out of the smaller ones. Obviously, maybe 50 cm ones ain't going to grow much anyway because I bought them at the later stages where they might push it eventually to 60 cm, but I'm happy as they are for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you don't need to.
All right, love.
Well, they're out in force again, but But I'm sorry.
They are.
They are.
Like,
They're coming
like I
through
said in the
thick and
comment,
thin. I didn't think it'd
don't
be anything
bother
different,
with
to be
it.
fair.
There.
Sod gherkins, DT. Yo, pickle gherkins. Gherkins are nice.
Every
Oh,
every
All
time,
gherkins
Yeah, I love
are
gherkins.
wrong.
Pickle gherkins are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
uh,
and
uh,
olives.
every time we have McDonald's, when we get back, the first thing that goes out of them burgers are the bloody gherkins. I can't
I
stand
love the
them.
gherkins.
Ugh.
Our lass
You-
loves them.
This Mike KH, he says they're called window sliders because you whip them out, flick them up the window, watch them slide down. So
Yeah,
he doesn't-
straight to me.
Get them out. He don't have them either. DT, one is 40 plus cm, most are above 20 plus cm.
Yeah.
That's the
I
Carol's
think personally she needs more fish in the pond.
Yeah. More
Another
fish,
10.
Carol. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the literage of your pond, Carol?
I think Carol's Pond is about 9,000 litres, if memory serves me right.
Wow.
Now, there's a surprise. The biggest one is about 35 cm. I would have said
They
bigger
look
than that.
bigger on
They
film,
look-
yeah.
Yeah. You've definitely room. If you've 9,000 litres, Carol, you've definitely room for at least another 7 fish.
No,
So,
it's a lot. Mine's 9,000 litres. I think hers is. Can't remember how much hers is, but hers is smaller than mine because I've been to it a few times. I can't remember how much. She'll tell you how
Oh,
much
no,
it is.
I do remember now. Carol's Pond, I believe, is 4,500 litres.
4,500.
Yeah, 4,500 litres, if I remember right.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
She contacted. I was talking to her through Messenger a little while ago because she had her Easy Pod running way too fast. Yeah, I think it's about 4,500 litres pond. I might be wrong.
That's, well, it's still, I mean, I hate to tell you, Carol, how many I've got in my pond. In fact, I won't say how many I've got in my pond. It's way more. way, and mine's only 4,000 litres, including my filter system. So, there you go, Carol. Get yourself a few more fish. At DT Coy, Ramsey was eating banana dipped in mint sauce. Oh my God, what the hell?
It's just a wrong name.
It is Lee, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee, you're sick. That's not normal, mate. Sorry. that's not right. I bet you like Marmite and all, don't you?
Oh.
No.
Just in Bovril, Marmite.
Equal stuff.
Keep all that stuff. There's islands for people that like that. Carol Webb, I know. Jeff Lee says Carol P 7,000 program 1 gives 9 grams 2. There you go.
Yeah.
I've just checked back from my message, Gaz. Carol's Pond is 929 gallons, which is 4,223 litres.
There you go. You can have some more. Get yourself trek, Carol. Get yourself some more fish. Get some grow-ons for next year. Pick some nice little fingerlings or little torsai and get them growing up. Get some of that food eaten. Ramsey says I wanted midnight. I think a lot of people did, mate.
Yeah.
Would have
Very nice.
complemented my Kumon roux I've currently got. Yeah.
That's not one roux, yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, that Kumon roux belongs to Vince, doesn't it? I think he's sure he dibs that one out. We have no clue on the
Did he
size of
call
that
it
coin. Well, there you go, Paul. There. I've just inspired you there, and I'll give you a bit more inspiration. There's another video, Paula. You can get out there now, measure your fish, get them balled up, get a size, show them off to everybody.
Last time I measured my lot was when we built the koi pond last year. So my lot now they're somewhere between 5 to 6 inches right away up to fat cuts like that. Might got to be pushing 27, 28 inches now.
Yeah.
Inches. It's CM.
No, I only deal in English.
I'm glad at the beginning of this season I did a balling up because just after that I changed to the new food, and come the end of the season I'm going to do another balling up again. Whether or not I'll put it out there for everybody to see, but it will. I mean, I know it's not compared to what some people have when they've heated the ponds and they can get some serious growth, which I know people can grow fish way faster than what I have ever done any of mine. But to see the difference that I've got in the feed from the new stuff this season is going to be interesting for me. So I'll get to see what they've become and how much more. I know that fish that I got from Vince's was 26 cm in April, and now it's pushing over 34. So that was the last time I measured it, and it's definitely bigger than that now, 100%. So I'll be happy to see what they all are at end of season and update them all on my system. Carol says, okay, guys and girls, I need to go make supper. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next time. Thank you very much, Carol.
Thank you very much, Carol.
Yeah, see you soon. Keith and Paula say good night, Carol. Unlock me in your settings now, guys. That's the thing, Gary. I don't know where to. I'm gonna have to Google it. There's the.
That's easy. Go into studio, then go down to settings. It's in there under community tab.
What made this one stop a little bit?
In this one, or no, that'll be no. You're on YouTube. It's removed, not removed in this one.
No, it's in your YouTube studio under settings and then community.
Yeah, I'll go in there. While you talk amongst yourselves.
Johnson sprinkles to go with that dinner of yours, Daz.
I've ate it, thanks. It's all gone. Who's the floating head?
Hey?
Who's the floating head?
Me.
Oh, nice, proper open fire as all over.
You know, you can see it was like a ghost, like flickering, couldn't you? Look.
I'll keep
That'd be a good step for Halloween. When you do the old Halloween live, the flickering flames in the background, floating head.
Yeah, we actually solo.
Hi, Gary. Good to see you on. From Dave. Hello, Skeggy.
Is that the real Skeggy?
Yeah, I believe. Evening, all guys. I watched your video with the puppet, and wow, what a little superstar he is. Absolutely, honest to God.
Yeah.
He was 14 weeks old this weekend. For a 14-week-old pup, he is absolutely brilliant, and he was an actual pleasure to be around all weekend.
He was good at
company when they were grading. He kept me company everywhere I went. He'd give Willow a good run for her money. As a 13-week-old pup, I was surprised to try to see his look with Willow. That were a bit of a surprise, and it was a surprise for him as well when Willow told him to back the off. You were like, whoa, okay, all right, we'll just play from around then. That's fine.
Put your paws where I can see them.
Surprising to see him do what he did. Life around the corner. Can you give my YouTube channel a shout? I certainly can, mate. Bear with me 1 second while we find your channel on here.
Well, that's if he can remember how to do it. He might have to YouTube search this again.
Hey. Life around the corner. Life around the corner. Go to your channel. Give that a copy. Give that a paste. If you could all do me a huge favor, guys. Maybe that's watching and would like to help a new YouTuber and help him grow his channel a little bit. If you could give that little link a click, swing by, give him a like, give him a share, give him a subscribe, and help him grow his channel a little bit. And it's Jamie from Life Around the Koi Pond. I believe, let's see, at present is up at 53. There's 55 people in here right now. We could get him up to 100 this evening if everybody were to swing by and give him an hand. That would be absolutely great, and I'm sure he'd be chuffed to bits with it. My dad wants a T-shirt. We'll get you one sorted, Cole. Not a problem. Gary, a small pond for the gudgeon and sticklebacks looks fantastic.
Apart from doing the concrete footing in the brickwork, that's all Kaz's work. So credit goes to her on that one.
There we go. Well done, Caroline. Is that right? So is it
Caroline?
Yeah, sweet.
You call her bitch.
No, I won't do that. Keep it ball. Calling it out, peeps. Catch up soon. Have a nice evening and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
Peter's Puddle, Koi and Goldfish. Shed's nearly finished. Put a video up. Sarah says gherkins are awesome. Pickle gherkins. Banging.
Yeah.
And when you've got those
So nice.
tiny little balls in with them as well. Them they look like miniature.
Oh,
miniature.
peppercorns, yeah.
That's them. That's the ones. Yeah, proper good. David Cook says Keith and Paula's pond build. Goodbye. Finally eating, says Vince. About time, says Hertzkoi. Hertzkoi, thumbs up, and probably a finger licking good
I'm
job.
on pudding.
What are you having?
Semolina.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what are you going to say? Rifle or
Yeah.
something like that?
As Vince says there, look, that's great growth, guys. She's grown again, Vince. She's gone from 26. I would have said to you 26, 27, borderline-ish. But I put it down to 26. But she was 34 last time I measured her.
Yeah.
I reckon she could be pushing 35, 36 now, if not
More.
If not more, yeah.
More. She's beautiful. I can't wait for Vince to actually see that fish. He's going to say, no way, it's not that fish, but we know it is. We've seen the progress of it. It's not the same fish.
Proper gobsmacked me. Now then. I'm not sure whose that one's is.
That's yours.
Yeah, that's life around. No, that's life around the koi ponds link there. If you could all do us a huge favour, guys, let's give it a quick refresh and see if anyone's been good enough to whiz past and give you a through. Mark, you're up to 56, mate, so it's on the rise. Thanks, guys. My pleasure, mate. Don't take note for me to do it, bud. And if it helps you grow your channel a little bit, it's all well worth it. My koi journey, my Asagi has grown this season 13 cm. Started off at 19 cm, now 32. But he is one of the confident eaters in the pond. I've taken my Asagi from 7 cm to 21 cm last measured this season as well, which is a competition between me and Jeff. Jeff, I'm winning, Jeff.
Asagi's naturally fast growers though, because they're quite big fish, aren't they?
Have you ever seen a massive, great big Asagi though? 80, 90 cm. Yeah. Oh,
I've seen giant Asagis, yeah.
Yeah.
They can get big, really big.
I think Kanasha do giant Asagis.
Yeah.
Same as their Karashi Goi, the Benny Goi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're one of the first fish, weren't they?
It's complicated. Then that's interesting. If you want to touch on that one, that's an interesting topic. We'll go through these because we're almost at the bottom of the list for the first time this evening.
Well,
Herzkoi says done. Life Around says thank you everyone. Carlos with a C. Nice to see you.
Oh yeah.
How are you doing? Good. Been a while. Hope yourself and family as well. Herzkoi, evening Carlos with a C. Oh, Kerry Coy, it's Amanda. Shocked.
Evening. You all right, Amanda?
Fingers crossed that you're feeling a bit more better than what you were last weekend. Kushti says, Kushti, drop me an email, man. I've got a cup here, look.
Look, you can deliver one to me. It's close.
Oh, still ready to go. Your coffee cup, mate. You won. You was the second person that got drew out. I drew 2 people out from the coffee cup giveaway, and you was the second. So stick me an email in, mate. Drop me an email with your address, and I'll get it posted out to you at Gaz. That's GAZS Koi Pond 1, all one word, obviously, at virginmedia.com. And I will get that cup out to you in post, mate. I did try leaving you a message on your video, and have you not got your notifications on, or you haven't seen it? Yeah, if you could do, mate. Drop us an email, and I'll get it posted out to you, bud, ASAP.
Yeah, that's all, sweetheart.
Evening, Kushti Koi. Kushti, Amanda, Gazly. Hi, Gaz. Does anyone else use hydrobacteria crystals in their pond? There you go. It's a question for you. Does any of you guys use hydrobacterial crystals in your pond? Well, Jeff was struggling with his water levels. He banged in that product, and they've zeroed out pretty much everything. Bang on. Water qualities. Now, it took a week. So he gave me a little bit at the weekend, which would be enough to do my pond twice, and you only need to treat it. I think it's once a year, Jeff. Correct me if I'm wrong, mate. And I put some in just to see how it goes, because when you use CT, it does state to add good bacteria back in afterwards. So I thought 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's give it a go and see what it does. So I used some of these hydrobacteria crystals in pond, banged it in. 2 days later, my water quality was half the reading what I was getting 2 days prior. So hopefully, come weekend again, a few more tests. I'm going to see how it goes and see if it continues to drop and fall. And if it does, that stuff's well worth looking into, well worth having a think about. And if you're struggling at any point or time with high levels, am I right, Jeff? Does ammonia, nitrite, nitrate, or is it nitrate, nitrite? Or does it do just one of the two, Jeff? Let us know, bud, if you wouldn't mind, please.
And where did you get it from, Gaz?
Hey?
Where did you get it from?
Jeff got it. Well, Jeff got it, and he ordered it online, I believe. So.
Oh, right, yeah.
But apparently the water authorities use it.
Yeah, I think he said he got it from
nitrates. And it's reduced mine in the 2 days. Well, it wasn't even 2 days; it was a day and a half. I tested it when I put it on that evening. I got home the following day, didn't do no, left it be. And then I checked it again the day after, at lunchtime-ish, and it reduced by half the levels. So let's say if it were 0.2 or 2.0 on whatever scale, if above the skull and crossbones, but it had gone down to 1 above it, it reduced it by half in 2 days, which was pretty damn good. Pretty fast turnout.
Depending what size pond you got, that stuff can get bloody expensive.
Yeah, it could, but I mean, there are treatment levels for hectares as well on the back. You need X amount for X amount of hectares. So it's big stuff, but you can downscale it to 1,000 litres for X amount and so on and so on. But seems like it does a good job. And I wanted to get rid of those water conditions and try and get it back on and easing off on the food a little bit, trying that, and all seems to be going good so far. But I will touch on it afterwards in my video come the weekend. Cushed it, will do, mate. Nice one. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hertzkai says, evening at Kerrycar, UK. Hi, it's Amanda at Cushta. Sorry. Dave Karma says, hi, Amanda and Cushta. Nitrites and nitrates. So it doesn't do ammonia, Jeff. No. Sweet. There you go. But it does reduce your nitrite and nitrates.
Well, that's good because there's not a lot that will touch nitrates normally.
Yeah.
Other than plants.
I was surprised, and so was Jeff, when I tested it. We tested it prior to me putting it in, so we knew exactly what it was at. And when I put it in 2 days later, tested it again, reduced by half completely on both. Yeah. So, as much as you can tell with a colour chart, anyway. I mean, obviously, it might not be exactly half if you were to use a Hanometer test kit or that kind of thing, but it did make a good difference rapidly as well.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any other topics they would like to share? Anybody out there got anything they want to ask, share, or discuss with anybody in the panel?
Well, to say everybody says the Chagoy is the friendliest fish. Mine is the total bumming opposite of that. It's never the first to feed. It just goes, oh, he's here again. Oh, no. Waits for the others to feed and then goes with rest. But it's never, ever the first to feed.
Yeah, mine is either.
No, I'm not so sure they are the friendliest of fish. I just think they're more greedier fish, majority of them. And I think the fact that they're greedy, we think they're more friendly, but they're just wanting more and more food.
I've got two Yamabuki Ogons, and they are the greediest fish. I mean, you'd say they're the friendliest fish. They just rush you at the side of the pond.
Yeah,
you just put your hand in and have your fingers off.
Right, this friendliness fish, it's a load of bollocks, man. All they wanted to come up for is food. They're not going to say, hi, hello. No, it's just food. They just want food, and that is it. They don't want to say hi.
But there's no wrong with thinking that they're being friendly and coming up to you because they're looking to you as a provider, is there?
But I can walk down, right, and I've got 300 fish, like, blasting to me. They don't want me. All they want is that goodness what's in my hand.
Yeah. True.
It's a nice thought, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, but like you said, my platinum organ, well, it's
Oh, we've lost Kevin.
China is the other word for it, but that is always, it's the biggest fish in the pond, and it's always up first.
Yeah.
If it had its own way, that the mouth on it is that huge, it'll just gulp the whole bubbling lot before anybody else even notices.
Yeah.
I think personally, for me in my pond, my friendliest fish that Mitch says is not friendly is macaque. I can sprinkle when it, prior to that heron coming round and them being spooked by anything that passes over shadow eyes over the pond now, because they are spooked even when I walk past. I could sprinkle it straight in the mouth. Oh, little boy. Oh. I'm still on the doing that. Why is it? Are you going home?
Go out, but I think he's going home.
Right. Excuse me 2 seconds, gents, while I drop myself. I shall remove myself while I say goodbye to my grandson, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. No worries.
I've got a topic anyway, so we'll carry on.
Go on,
Nice
then,
one.
Nick.
Right. You know when we all talk, we were talking about earlier on, me, Gaz, Mike over there. I've had my UV off 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
But my water clarity hasn't changed. Do you think you've got enough filtration? Do you think you really need a UV?
Not this time of year now, no.
No, but 3 weeks ago it was red hot.
Yeah.
It was hot, wasn't it?
Mine's done the opposite, because my UV, I forgot to check it earlier on, and I thought I changed it recently, but it turns out it's been going on for 12 months. Oh, I'm a bit dark now. Fire's going down. I better turn light on, am I? But as soon as I changed UV, my water was starting to go a bit murky. Then all of a sudden, put the new UV back on. Boom, crystal clear within 2 days.
Yeah. Because I've got a lot of sponges and a lot of filter floss. And I've got a micro screen, haven't I? So do you think having a micro screen and all that filtration, like mechanical filtration, helps to take the particles out of the water? I know it does bigger clumps, but do you think it takes that the algae not the fines, because it's green water, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
So
there's not much will take green water, take the green out of the water, except filter floss. But even that will only partially do it. You won't get crystal clarity just from filter floss. No, UV is the only way to kill that green suspended algae in the water.
Yeah. So I might have just been lucky then with the pond, the size of my pond.
I've noticed that I've got 2 ponds with no UVs on, and I've ran them like that through the summer, and I can fill them up, and within 3 days they're like pea soup. They're really green. But the last time that we filled them up, when we did them at the weekend, we changed them. The crystal clear still. The green hasn't come back. So whether it's reduced sunlight levels now that's slowing the algae's growth down. So I think I'm tempted to think you could get away with switching your UVs off, or at least reduce the use this time of year.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking this winter, because obviously with all electric prices going to go up and up and up. Probably my backy showers more than likely going to get switched off, and so is my UV.
Yeah.
Backy shower, all that's going to do is just make your water colder, and I'm not running a heater this winter, so there's no point, is there?
No.
In reality. Plus, I still have an extra set running anyway, so it's not like I've lost a huge amount of filtration, but most of the bacteria is going to die in winter anyway.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. People keep saying bacteria dies over winter. Yes, you will lose some, but majority of it will go dormant, and that's scientifically proven.
Would anybody like to meet our troll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he can't say no, because there we go.
Make you
Yeah, you muted, mate.
fat fuck.
Oh, so it
Look here, you muppet.
Well,
Have it hide behind your mask.
so there's the 12.
And guess what?
Confident enough to come on, but not to show his
Hide
face.
behind the mask.
I'm going to have to shoot off anyway, guys, because my battery's enough dead.
Nice one, mate. Thanks very much for
Yeah,
joining
thanks
us.
for coming on, mate.
Sorry I had to just pop off
Yeah.
then to say bye to my grandson, but appreciate you coming on with us, mate. Sorry, that was just me having a little bit of fun.
Yeah, that was funny, mate.
We
That
shall
was
take
fun.
a guest out. Where were we anyway? But thanks very much for covering for us there, guys. Well, we said goodbye to the grandson, and I had to have the dog out because he'd been in there fast asleep. Where were we now? There we go. My ball valve is really stiff on the Easy Pod, so I've been adding a slide valve before it this weekend. You don't need to do, mate. You can actually take your ball valve and remove the handle. The handle is shaped with a special sort of tool that you can put in and twist it to reduce the pressure that it takes to actually. There's loads of videos on them, mate. Don't go out and spend any more money by getting a slide valve. You can actually adjust the fitting on the inside, the tension on it, and make it so that it's easier to turn it on and off. So there you go. My Macassiogon is soft as shit. I'm friendly as hell. No, it's not friendly. It's hungry.
It's hungry.
Oh, hate mail this way. Oh, crap. Damn it. About friendly koi fish, they're just greedy and hungry. Makes sense. Thought this wasn't happening because of what? Sachs Garbe passing. Thought this wasn't happening because
Yeah, that was yesterday. That was yesterday.
No, that was yesterday, mate. I came on and I announced that we weren't going to do a live and we were going to do it this evening instead. Oh. Sorry, we're just playing. Join the studio, leave the studio. Join the studio, leave the studio. So, bit of fun. Where was we then? I hate it when he does that. There we go. I'm off to Ingamel's overnight. If we get a chance, going to see Skegger. Sweet. I'm sure he will enjoy your company.
Yes.
Is that the little wee lad's about a 14-year-old? Told you to be some little kid, didn't I? My Mildred is an aggressive eater, pushes the others away.
How's George doing, by the way? Is he okay now?
It always makes me giggle, that one. George and Mildred. Oh, God. Is this there's something wrong with you, mate. Bacon, banana, and peanut butter sarnies are my fave. Now, what's Mike's fave? What is it that Mike has? He
has banana and lime jam or something.
Yeah, lime. Oh,
Lemon curd.
Lemon curd and banana sandwiches.
That's wrong.
I mean, that's bacon, banana, and peanut butter. I'm tempted to try it. But I don't know how it'd be good. Lee, what do you like? Not just sunlight and nitrates that encourage algae, but phosphates are a big part of the issue too. 100%.
Yeah.
Ramsey says, "Don't knock it till you've tried it, Dave." As Crafty Koi got a new glasses sorted, I felt really sorry for him. It's Crafty Koi. John Cook, what a joker. Thanks, I'll do that. What a complete moronic delinquent. And his name Yeah, he struggles spelling as well. He's had some. The only ones he's managed to spell right so far has been haha, which is real challenging, isn't it? Twisty Koi. Hi, Koi Karma. And that's the end of the comments for the first time this evening. That's just took from 7:30 till, my God, that's took some 9:45 to get through all the comments. That's the first time
but
we've got.
it's getting better and better, though, mate. It's getting better and better. I mean, how many viewers are on?
I think we've topped out and we've averaged about 50 views all night so far, which is pretty damn good.
I do apologise for dropping off, but my internet box just decided to drop itself into update mode.
Quite often they get updated later on in the evening as well. I mean, mine tends to do it about midnight. Sometimes mine drops out.
Does, yeah.
Good job it didn't do it to me tomorrow night when I'm on live.
Oh, have you got Papa's shirt? You going home with Papa's shirt then?
So what? Let me put his coat on, and he's took me up to the bedroom.
Oh, well,
To bed.
put him on. So
Victor
Victor
in the house.
Put his coat on, and he's took me by the hand up. To
Oh, what you brought
bed.
here
He wanted your top.
is brought his Papa's t-shirt. Do you want to put it? Yeah. Oh, look him bent down. Put his head. Come on then. Put your head in.
That's it.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Then look, then. All right, then. Don't let
Do you want to put it on? Yeah.
Put it on. Grandad, wear it. You brought it down for you.
I've got my jumper back there as well. Just so you know, haha, nobody can see you unless I put you in out of the studio. So you're just literally hanging around in there on your Jones, mate.
Oh, is it?
Sad little kid.
Is that all?
Yeah. This wee little Scottish boy.
Oh, is he Scottish?
Yeah.
Way!
Peace out, bro. Peace out.
Is it one of the crankies?
Go on, you've got to be brave enough to show your face. If you show your face completely, I'll bring you in and you can say whatever you want. Come on, big man. No.
Well, just put it back on again. 'Cause it's
Hey, hang about. I've got to show you this. Come here, Ted. Oh, sorry. Come here. Repping the merch is our little Ted. Ah,
Oh my
there we
Lord.
go. There we go.
There you go.
Everybody. Woohoo.
Bless you.
What you got?
He has his own t-shirt and he constantly wants to wear it all the time. And
So now we've got one of your t-shirts, Gaz. I'll take it. It'll be taken over from you next week.
Oh, hang about.
New presenter to
Oh,
GKP
you want to
Live.
stand on my chair?
You
Come on.
grow into it, guys.
With me. Well, say hello to everybody. Give everybody a wave. Live though, so don't swear. You're mad. Give Mick a wave. Say hello to Gaz, Mick, wave. Yeah,
You go like this.
both kisses. And then you can jump down. That's it. We're going to go live and growl at everybody instead. Right then, get your coat on, ready for going home.
Right.
Right, he's whereabouts were we? I can't remember. Victor Meldrew in the house. I'm only joking, Gary.
If you ask Lee Ramsey, I'm known within the koi tubers down at that end of the country as the angry midget.
He's doing fantastic, Daz. He's still making me laugh when he tries to turn around in the koi dome. Good. Everything all cleared up then with all the problems that you were having with when you were treating him, mate. That's all cleared up and gone a bit. Hi, Kushti. Hope you're good. Paul and Alison, should I be feeding my larger koi on 6mm pellets? Is there an advantage over medium pellets? Well, the biggest one I've got, I mean, my fish aren't massive, but my biggest one I've got, I think, is about 44 cm, and he's feeding constantly on 3mm pellets. He just, instead of taking the 3 or 4 6mm, he takes 16 or 17.
Yeah.
3mm.
I mean, you're feeding Mox
Yeah,
what sheet? 65, 70 cm?
Yeah. Daz's fish, 60, 70 cm Yamabukis, and they're smashing 3 mil pellets. And honestly, look like they've put some size on this season. So I think they've grown more. And that's been on them.
Yeah. Even fish that had not grown for years have put a couple of inches on. I mean, my big Kahaku, she's grown and she's not shifted for a couple of years.
My biggest is about 26, 27 inches. You're talking 66 to 68 centimeters, and I'm just feeding him on 3 mil.
What type of fish is that, Gaz? Is that your ghost koi?
Yeah.
That's good size for a ghostie as well.
I've had that ghostie 4.5 years now. It's 4 inch when I bought it. I last actually measured him about 4 months ago, and he was 55 centimeters. He's got to be getting close to 60 centimeters now.
Yeah. Ghosties can get massive though.
Oh yeah, they go. If you want a particular fish that grows fast, then a ghostie is a fast growing fish.
Yeah.
It's Charlie Victor Brown said, what internet provider are you with? I've worked for Virgin Media and home routers never drop off to update. There you go.
Mine does.
Supposed to be coming and say goodbye. Yes. Bye-bye. Wait. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh, myself, I'm with SSE.
Paul and Alison, mine has done, and I'm with Virgin Media. I'm sure mine's dropped out many a time when I've been gaming. Good shout, Wave. I'm only saying as an electrical engineer. There you go. Nice one. Cheers, guys. Got a few around 50 cm mark and always feel a bit mean with the pellet size. Well, honestly, mate, they just eat more of it. The only downside to it is you have to throw a bit more on, but you get to watch your fish feed longer because it seems to be a slower process for them to get the fish that they want.
They're not aggressive. They're not very aggressive on a smaller pellet.
It seems to take the aggressive
more aggressive, but they're not for some reason.
Peter said, got to go, guys. Catch you later. See you later, Pete. Hope you're good.
My biggest ghostie's got to be around about 60 centimetre now, and that's all I'm feeding mine on, 3 mil.
Yeah.
And that's 3 mil OSW, which is basically Coppens.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good news. Oops, wrong one. He's all fixed and very happy. His broken pectoral fin is looking amazing. Sweet.
Oh, brilliant.
There we go. Paul and Alison, no need to feed large pellets unless you've got small fish out competing for food. It's a lot easier for koi to digest smaller pellets. I feed nothing bigger than 4 mil. I'll back that one, mate, all day long.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Less waste as well. We found.
Yeah. The problem is though, you go to a koi dealer, it's hard to find 3 mil pellets. Most of the stuff is big.
I'm not laughing at you, does. Gherkin's good on trifle.
No. It wasn't a trifle.
Does likes a bit of trifle as well. So probably would enjoy that. TTFN, Peter. Cheers, John. SSE, that's an emergency provider for SSE is an energy provider, not internet. Right. I better get back to work. Forgot where I was. Guys.
Before you do, guys.
You're sat there.
There's to show that I'm with SSE on the internet.
Yeah. My mum and dad's gas and electric provider also provide internet too.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
TTA, a lot of them have started doing it now, so you can offer with
on the other side.
Yeah.
Fair
enough.
enough.
Actually, who they're with. Might be SSE my mum and dad are with as well.
Yeah, I'm with SSE for the phone and broadband and gas and electric.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. The only update that is done is within the cabinet on the street, which is your exchange. If your internet dropped off for no reason, you could demand a refund. To be fair, every time I've ever had any dropout in issues, Virgin Media always have done. They've always deducted some of my bill, which has been
Mine does it once a month, and it's about 12 to 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch internet. When I try to watch things, within half hour now, it comes back on because they're doing
Yeah.
updates. And
That's about normally when mine does it around about 12, 1 o'clock, but it just happens to, because I've got a little symbol on mine, this little @ symbol. When that starts flashing red, it means it's gone into update mode.
yeah.
Peter Sarve says, in and all, gherkins and custard. LOL. God, I mean, gherkins and custard, but not the two together. I like both, but I don't think I don't know. Maybe a sweet. Tang with the sweet could be good, couldn't it? I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk some random shit on here. Really.
You want to try peanut butter and cheddar cheese sandwiches? That is so nice.
One or the other, Mick. One or the other.
No, try it.
Jam and plain crisp sarnies. Crunchy, salty with the sweet jam. That's really good. It is nice. I used to have them all the time when I was younger.
I know, Kaz.
But it does work.
Yeah, I know Kaz sometimes has cheese and prawn cocktail crisp sandwiches dipped in tomato soup.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You had me till you said tomato soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I can't eat tomato soup. It makes me go fuzzy and lightheaded. If I eat tomato soup, I get all like, I don't know, kind of like a weird sweat on and go a bit wuzzy. Weird. I don't know what it is.
Could be
don't know what it is.
Could be an ingredient in it though, because it's not
always
just tomatoes, you know.
I can still eat it, but it just makes me feel like, whoa, that's weird.
No man, let's get high on tomato soup.
that's what it's kind of.
Whoops.
But yeah, right then, chaps. Has anybody else got anything else that they would like to share, discuss, or chat with, or talk about this evening? As we have gone from some random talking about random foods, flavors.
Looking forward to Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah. I would love to come, but I need to. Come. I can't. I've got to keep the wife up, and I've been saying we've got the capabilities of going out for a meal. So I think we're going to be going out for a meal today, this weekend.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's it. That's the one.
Keep them mean, keep them keen, gentlemen.
We've got can't eat tomatoes. Not good for arthritis. Not good for arthritis. Is that right?
Yeah, because the acidity. Yeah.
One Corp says that's mushroom soup, guys.
Acidity in tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't eat tomatoes. It's not good for arthritis.
Yeah.
But tomatoes are fruit.
Yeah, but
that's a rabbit hole to go down, isn't it? Is it a fruit? Is it a veg?
It's actually a fruit.
Technically,
it's a fruit, but why would you be surprised about the acidity in fruit? Look at lemons. Look at limes. They're acidic.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
I've never eaten an acid like an acidic tomato.
No, but
plenty of them.
Hey, now that's somewhat worth trying.
What?
Mike says Gaz's drink of choice would be a Bloody Mary for a whooshy night. Let's try and see what it does. Could be the oregano. You may have had some illicit herbs on the soup, Gaz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kirsty, buddy. Tomatoes are bad for arthritis sufferers. And then we've got a laughing face with which is a response to Size Ramsey's DIY koi pond. I should which will be the one that he put in about the gherkins on trifle.
What's actually on your menu for you tonight, Lee?
What you got? Yeah, Lee, what's on this evening?
Yeah, what's on the menu for tonight?
Tonight.
You can tell he works for Tarmac.
Well, chaps, I've got nothing else that I've got out there, unless what were the things that you were telling us, Daz, about in the Bible? About the free original coins coming from.
Yes. Let me get my
That
Bible.
was interesting. I did think that
It was interesting.
Krusty Coy, sugar. I've got severe arthritis in both hips, easy tiger, and was going to have tomatoes on toast tomorrow. That's out of the window.
Oh, I
now.
love tomatoes on toast. It gives me
Yeah,
heartburn.
Arthritis in the hips. Is that from all the swinging? From all the swinging?
It's all in the hips.
Oh, I just thought one, Gaz. I don't know if Phil's tuned in tonight, Chapel Coin, but what I've been talking to him about is what would cause blotches in the sumi of a koi and for that koi to lose its sumi colour. What can cause that? Other than poor diet and water parameters, obviously. But is there anything within koi that could actually cause that to happen?
That's his colour loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warmer the water. Yeah. The sumi can drop back, but as soon as the temperature starts to drop off, it could come back. But if it was the bene, if it was dropping off, it wouldn't come back. Where sumi can fluctuate backwards and forwards.
So if it's not due to water temperature, water quality, or the food that you're feeding, is there anything genetically that could cause the blotches?
100%. I mean, these guys will tell you, I had a perfect Sankey, about 8 inch, 9 inch.
Yeah. It was stunning.
It was beautiful, beautiful colour.
I'm just gonna before you go, because I don't want it for us not to say goodbye. Up north, Koi Pond has said, right, I'm off. Pete's pillow is calling early start. Catch you later on site.
Right, bye. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Sorry, bud. As you are.
Right. I had a perfect Sankey, didn't I? As you guys seen, it was a nice fish. Within 2 weeks, it lost all its bene, and then it lost all its suma.
Yeah.
Now it's a Deutsch Shiro, and that is purely to do with the poor genetics of that fish.
Yeah, I had a 5 to 6 inch Sankey that last year it just lost all complete colour and just went completely white.
Yeah, that's it.
And I think Andy at Derby Koi had a Sankey do the same as well.
Yeah. That's pure. It's just to do with poor genetics. And
we've got a couple of Vince has put there. Temps will change Sumi.
Yeah.
And a quick good night from himself to Sai as well. And Mike has put stress can affect colour pigment changes.
Yeah.
You'd like to think. I mean, I won't like to think that any of Phil's fish were particularly stressed, but I know I did watch the video that he'd put up, and he tested his waters and his parameters and such had changed as well. They were different as for himself, same as what mine have, and what yours have, and what Jeff's have. So, I mean, perhaps maybe there's a little bit of element of different water parameters that you're getting in, maybe having something to do with it. I don't know, but
wasn't you saying on your show a few weeks ago, Gaz, that you can see? Was it fish do better in soft water? When there was disagreement in your chat box where people got hard water and they think that their colours in their koi have improved.
We were told in Poland when we went to the koi farm over there, that their water was
soft.
It was soft water.
They were trying to do Keisha Sui, and they were saying that the colours wouldn't work with the soft water. I think it was the blue on the back turned to black, or very, very dark, and it didn't make a very nice looking fish. So they gave up on the Keisha Sui purely because of the soft water.
I did, to a point, find that a bit odd because, as you guys know, all my koi come from Poland, and I'm in hard water here. Apart from that one Sankey, it lost all of its colour. All of mine are, the colours are vibrant. They do stand out. We're doing really well.
How's it going, George? Hope you're good, bud.
Evening.
That's a friend of mine. Hello, Tash. How are you doing?
I'll wave as well.
This is Brandon's Tash.
Yeah.
We've got a quick question here. I'm sorry, this one as well. I've also had some the same with the koi losing colour. I'm going to move it on with a few others. See, that's the thing, mate. At what's its age? Because if it's a young koi, it could still come back. Oh, hang about. Check this out. Gaz, what a milkshake. Yes, please. Usual. Thanks very much. Big love. Yeah.
Has anyone ever had a fish where the benny's dropped out of it and it's come back? Because I've never heard of it coming back. I'd be interested if anyone's had one.
No, I haven't. Not Benny.
I do know someone that had that not long ago, and I can't remember who it was. The belly was fading off, but then it did come back, and I can't remember who it was. When he won at Vince's, did that?
Well, we've got Phil Walker says interesting conversation. Thank you. Kerry's Koi says colour mainly down to genetics, guys, which I tend to agree with. We've got a no Daz. If the Benny goes, it's gone for good.
Yeah, that's what I was under the impression of.
So
yeah,
I know someone had it. I can't think who it was.
Thank you, appreciated. Only like a car bonnet. See you soon. That's my milkshake ordered and on its way. Well, I don't know. I mean, did Phil? I guess Phil's not on because he's not responding. But did Phil get any? I might have to go back and look on his video and see what his comments were like and whether or not. Sorry, I was tempted to use a red bingo marker for my. I'm pretty damn good with a micro spray gun, mate. We're going to put him some Go Faster stripes down him as well. If you want, we can sign him too. GKP on side of him.
We just need a tattoo kit, don't we?
Yeah, get a little tattoo and give him a little bit of colour enhancement again. I don't know, because I mean, I noticed when I fed colour enhancing foods that I got a lot of colours coming up on fish that I didn't particularly want and weren't for the better. What I call the low Tsura just turned into a black and orange speckled mess. Which now
that is a Becco.
Yes,
it's a Becco. Yeah, it is a Becco. Akabeko, yeah. But it is drooping now. Now I've stopped feeding the colour enhancing. It's becoming better. It looks like some of it's dropping out. And it might end up being a mid Utsura.
So all these squash tomatoes we've been talking about, they are Akabeko. If anybody's wondering what the squash tomatoes, what we were talking about in the past.
At breeding Akabeko.
Yeah.
What was the other one? What was? Oh yeah, actually, Dad, you had the book ready to go, didn't you?
Yeah, it's here.
What's the squash bananas called?
Let me find
Mash.
it. Then followed what is known as the third mutation of early Nishigoi. These are the Becco varieties comprising three types: Shiro Becco, which is whitefish with black spots, known as a tortoiseshell pattern; Akabeko, redfish with black spots; and Kibeko, yellowfish with black spots. The Becco varieties do not produce natural metallic scales apart from those bred with Ginrin, reflective silver scales, unlike the similar Utsurimono varieties, black koi with white. The original mutations became the founders of all the colourful koi to be bred later, with the exception of the Ogon variety, single-coloured metallic koi, that was discovered many years later. So all your modern varieties pretty much stem from Beccos.
That's quite interesting. And the date in the early 60s is when they all...
Yeah, they've not been around that long.
Not been around as long as... And that what book, if you don't mind me asking, Daz, is that in... Because if anybody else is interested, apparently it's a really good book and well worth the recommendation, which is... Oh, can't see. What does it say? You might have to put it behind your head.
It's just called Koi.
Koi.
Yeah, it's a thick book. Lots of pretty pictures.
Something that we've all had quite a lot of info from, though, for many a time.
Yeah.
A lot of conversations out of that book, that's for sure. Apparently, a very good recommended book for any koi keeper at Christmas.
Yeah, definitely.
Right then, guys. I think we've had a reasonable evening and not trolled all that much, even though he's still here. He's still sat
Go on,
here.
let's have a 5-minute laugh with him.
He's still here. I'm gonna leave him where he is.
Right,
He's got some nice big shades on. He's got his roadman outfit on.
yeah.
Dear me. One day, mate, you too can grow up.
Yeah.
On that note,
Free.
yeah. And on that note, thanks very much for joining us. Thank you very much to the free guests, Gary, Vince Twisted Koi, Gary at Ponder Garden, Dave at DT Koi. From myself, Mick, Daz at Daz's Koi Farm.
Thank you very much.
Thanks all for tuning in this evening, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
We'd like to offer condolences to the royal family. May she rest in peace, and all the very best to all the rest of you guys out there. Thanks very much for coming. Usual thing, do us a huge favour, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And until next time, peeps, keep smiling. We'll see you all on the next one. See you all soon.
See you all tomorrow.